Live.
Hey, hello. Welcome to our little Game of Thrones discussion. In this episode, we're going to do a season 5 review and then hopefully some season 6 predictions if we don't go on too long. With me is Tom and Connell.
Master of Coin.
Master of Coin. What's Connell then?
Hand of the King.
Yeah, I can see him being a Tywin. Not so much a Tyrion.
But you're king.
I'm king. What Tommen? Right.
Tommen.
King Tommen. That's right. I
Really?
can believe in Marjorie,
You're fucking pods. You're podry.
Pod. I don't think my penis is as big as Pod's. But anyway,
Let's get on with it.
where do you want to start, Tom?
I think start with East Daenerys maybe because she's not really connected to anyone else.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in Marine last season, so yeah, just so I keep on track. This is season 5, so season 5 Marine, Daenerys, Tyrion, Varys, a bit of Barristan Selmy. Unfortunately, too little. We had
Little.
4 episodes of him. The best character in the books, in my opinion.
Whoa! Already.
Glenn, do you know how I know you're using notes? Because I can
Look.
see your face bright every time you click on them.
No, I haven't. I'm looking at my screen. Look, you can see it in my glasses.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
All right, let's go.
well, we're talking about Marine. So, what was your impressions of that depiction?
I thought, although, right, this is just particularly about the what they call them.
Harpies.
No penis guys.
Unit.
Sons of the Heart. No, I said it as well.
Unsullied, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought unsullied. I mean, obviously they're like a trained force that's supposed to work as a unit on the battlefield. But I thought in a lot of fights they were depicted as not being too tough, and I remember them being fucking tough as shit. Or is that just when they're in a full army in the field in a set piece battle?
I
Are
do
they less
think
effective in the street?
yeah, I know what you mean. There was supposed to be these elite trained warriors.
Yeah, and they just
where,
kept getting killed a lot. I mean, numbers, but the point is they were supposed to be able to work together like
but
300.
The Sons of the Harpies are also mentioned as being pretty formidable. And you know, in the battle where they're fighting with and Sir Bryce and Zelda guys, the Sons of the Harpies and like the Unsullied are having a like battle there. But the Sons of the Harpies have been depicted as quite powerful. So
The Unsullied train all the life.
yeah, and they're known as like one of the army that literally can like protect cities from the Dothraki.
Yeah, they say like those are the go-to things you'd hire the Unsullied when you needed defending from like the Dothraki.
Yeah, I never really thought about that, to be honest.
It's just that it was just because I kind of like got a bit of a gay spot for the Unsullied. They're cool as shit. They're based on Myrmidons, aren't they? Like
Are they?
they look like they're wearing similar clothes to Myrmidons.
Oh, the helmets, yeah.
Yeah, they look like Myrmidons.
Just
So I think
to explain for people who don't know what that is, Connell.
I'll let Tom as well.
Explain what, sorry?
What Myrmidons are.
You mentioned that.
Well, basically, they were Alexander the Great. You know, they were the ones at Troy. Myrmidons.
Yeah, Achilles is a
Yeah.
fighting force of a small contingent of units.
Spearmen.
Were they
Spearmen as
castrated?
well. I don't know whether they were castrated. I think that was more of a slave thing. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I never really. I did notice. That scene where Forrest and Selmy dies, and it's like you're expecting them to like be killing the harpies off at quite a good rate, and then maybe falling. Do you know it's that kind of like they get swarmed sort of thing?
Yeah.
But you saw like a one-on-one of them losing, but I think they're all about fighting in a unit, and that can be justified in the fact that it was a small space. It was one-on-one combat fighting, so they weren't seen as being like one-on-one combat. They're not about single combat.
See,
So
I feel like in the show they did sort of explain that the Unsullied sort of lost concentration in terms of their like mission in Marine because they were going to whorehouses and stuff like that. So
Well,
that
yeah, there's a mention. There's in the show. There's a mention of where they go into our houses and it's like and they talk about well, what are they going to do? Not houses that have a penis, but then it's a comfort thing where the women just stroke the hair. Was that mentioned in the book? I can't remember.
I don't think it was. I think that was
a slight mention, but not to the extent there was.
no. But
I think the
I
show
feel
around.
like they did that well to sort of make the audience realize that they're not as formidable as they were when they were first introduced. So it makes their ambush more believable.
Why does that make them worse fighters?
Yeah, because they are built on not. Do you remember the nipple where sawed it off and stuff like that?
Yeah, I know, but like
They're seen as they're not supposed to have emotions of any kind, and like
no, they're allowed now. They're free people now. That's the point. Now they're free people. They can do what they want, but they're still a trained elite fighting unit. Just because they feel a bit more emotion doesn't mean they suddenly turn bad at fighting and going to die.
But my opinion would be make them more susceptible to ambush, so they'd lose concentration. If you
it's kind of fine. Like I want.
Barristan Selmy disappointed me a little bit.
Oh, please come on!
That annoyed me.
No, right.
They talk about
like 9 minutes.
With Kingsguard down like butter all three of them and whatnot. I thought like, and when he kills that guy with a stick.
I didn't mind if they killed him, but he didn't get many. He didn't take many of them down.
No, and it was sort of like slow stabbing motions.
Yeah, he got like two of them or something.
I love how focused we are on this one scene. Like I didn't expect this to go.
The whole conversation.
For me, I didn't mention him. I thought we'd straight away be talking about dragons.
It was my most annoying scene, but we'll move on from that anyway because it's probably more important.
You're solid. Connell just wanted. He just loves. He just wants to go like in these little. To be honest, so every time he says something like this, it's always like telling me things that I never even thought of.
Yeah.
Right. Move on
then. Let's stick with Miriam.
Daenerys on the dragon. I didn't think the CGI looked great. Awesome. I didn't like there was something I don't know what it was. There was something that was a little bit weird. I think it's because I'm used to movie quality CGI.
Yeah.
When she was up in the air
I'm not saying it looked bad. It was a good scene and it was well done. The dragon, he got the fucking shit kicked out of him. It was a poor little guy. But like, I'm used to movie quality stuff at the moment where they spend loads of fucking money on it, not fucking guy, and then it looked weird.
I thought.
What's flying?
But did you know when they were throwing spears and like it was getting pierced? Is it not Dragonhide?
That's not. It's when you need to get older for that. Too young.
Too young still.
Young.
Right. Fair enough.
Think how small it was. They're supposed to be massive, aren't they? Compared to that.
It's pretty big and eating horses.
Yeah, I know, but they're supposed to get huge, aren't they?
They did dragons. There's a mention of dragons that they never stop growing. It's like a thing.
Yeah.
When you look them away, and Drogon's by far the biggest out of the three, isn't it?
Yeah, the other two haven't grown as much because they've been locked away, haven't they?
Yeah. That's not if you keep them in a confined space.
There's that. They describe this thing in the book where I don't know where they are. They're talking about there's loads of dragon skulls, and they're saying now there's some that are quite small, but there's that
It's Tyrion.
Tyrion, and he's saying like some dragons are massive. Some of them can be small. And I think Drogon, if he stays alive, which he probably will do.
He'll dwarf them all.
Yeah. He's going to be like.
I thought there was some similarities when they talk about him and talking about the massive dragons of old and winning battles and burning hordes of men and just winning the battle in one kind of stroke.
Yeah.
I really want to see that because like
Black Dread, I think it's
good
called.
weapon to have in the fight.
Yeah.
But I loved that scene. I didn't really have any problems. Apart from, I didn't like it when they kept piercing Drogon, and I was like, Daenerys, God, you did nothing for this dragon the whole time.
I think that was sort of a way to show that it's still not fully fledged, so like it still can be attacked. But
yeah.
It also took out about 100 people. So.
Oh yeah. I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah.
I thought that like I remember where it bites at her or something. It shows it. Drogon shows its anger towards her in some way or something.
Yeah.
Well, that was quite interesting. It kind of like, she's abandoned the dragons a bit. Her name's like the mother of dragons, but I think she definitely needs to work on a relationship. She's got no children.
A relationship with the dragon.
I think that's a major thing, definitely.
No. The way you put it there, got to work on the relationship. Got to fucking counselling, dragon counselling.
Well, you've not been around for
You locked me up forever, mum.
I think the other two, though. I think
I think
she's got no connection with them. I think her and Drogon. I think she'll be riding him into battle at some point. The other two.
I honestly, right, I have no fucking idea why she's really keeping him down there. I feel like it's a really
a lot of people that have heard that.
That's kind of the thing with Daenerys. I think is that a lot of the decisions she makes are actually wrong decisions, and like she sort of, you can sort of tell that she's learning from those wrong decisions each step.
Now look who she's got around her as advice. Well, we're not.
Yeah.
Tyrion. Even Varys says to Tyrion, "You're the best leader I've ever known."
Yeah.
So I think she's set up. Everything's set up right for her. I don't know. I liked the season. I like that she got saved by Drogon because she got a bit caught up in the politics of the East, which I was a bit like becoming irrelevant a bit. Like she's got a political marriage to Hizdahr, and like I wasn't as keen. But when the dragons came in and Sons of the Half of Betrayal, I thought it all just kicked up a notch. I very liked it.
They've spent so long arguing about
the slaves.
We're not slaves anymore.
Yeah.
We have
We
tradition.
Free,
For fucking all the seasons, just fucking that, and it was so annoying. Wanted to get past it.
Yeah, how much could they have cut out of that storyline with what's his name? The worm guy. What's his name? Grey Worm and Missandei. And
I thought that was classic, just put another romance in there, kind of thing. Simple it up.
There was sort of like two filler romances with that and Sam and Gilly that I thought could have been removed.
I think
Sam and Gilly's not fucking.
No, I like Sam and Gilly, but
Gilly has a baby. It's the wall. You're not allowed. That is not a little side thing. That's a big thing.
But Gilly's character in the show has been brought down in terms of importance a lot. Like she's sort of just Sam's girlfriend in the show, sort of thing. But yeah, I'm not
very strong-willed, isn't she? In the book,
I think from now she's really just going to be like a guiding thing for Sam because.
I think
Sam, basically.
Because Sam's going to be a maester, isn't he?
Well, let's keep on.
Let's stay a Marine. Just should we? I think we've discussed Daenerys a fair bit. Maybe.
Let's talk about Tyrion. Maybe see where.
I
think this is where he ends up. I think. Oh God, that's prediction again.
Probably the best scenes in the show this season I thought was Tyrion's interactions with Varys and then later on Jorah. They were my favorite ones to watch.
Connell's gonna you both gonna just hit to me out here, but I know D&D talked to George R. R. Martin about Varys, and George said like is a big part, is a central part of the plot, but he's hiding at the moment, and that's important to his character. And then D&D said to him, no, we can't do it like that. Everyone needs to see him, otherwise they'll forget who he is and they'll forget what he's doing. So we need to see him be talking with Tyrion and plotting and whatnot. But
which is a bit strange because you're not going to forget the bald guy.
Yeah. I don't know how much you can cater to the stupidity of fans with them. Like, I don't know. I'm not that bothered about it though. It's just me being critical.
It was quite like nice though early on in the season to sort of see them interact with each other a bit more, because the best bits of season 2 were probably like Varys and Tyrion when they were just talking about ruling, and I thought that was good, and the fact that they sort of ended it early with I think it was episode 4 where he gets kidnapped by Jorah, but yeah, they didn't like sort of hammer it home the whole season, which I thought.
Yeah, I'm being very nitpicky, I know that, but I just. What do you both think about Dario? What do you think his intentions are? Do you think his feelings towards Daenerys are genuine?
I never sort of thought of him as like conniving or anything until I was sort of hearing.
Until he killed his fellow leaders in the.
I don't know. I guess I never suspected him.
Instantly, is it? Free.
Black. What's the sellsword company that Daenerys is? Daenerys. Dario's leader
It's
of.
the free. No.
This is where we get shown up on our knowledge. I cannot remember
Dario.
because they meld two sellsword groups in the show.
Oh, did they? Oh.
Yeah.
I liked the original guy for Dario.
I know. I thought he
I like as well.
a lot more and had a bit more swagger, but
I think he's a cool character though. And have you heard about the theories that Dario is Euron Greyjoy?
I think it's a load of shit.
There's no point talking about that because we don't know the ins and outs. But
Yeah.
I don't think Gel's anyway. So we'll get into that.
But do you suspect
I
him
definitely think
being treasonous?
the prophecy, one for gold, one for love, one for something else. Daenerys' prophecy.
Yeah.
She hasn't had.
Had like two already, don't you?
Yeah.
I feel like
Gold,
he
Yora.
mixes them up. Yeah.
Can't think. Love Drogo.
Yeah, I believe so. But I think she's like.
But she's got one left. What I'm trying to get at. And I think Dario is that one left. She's going to get a final betrayal of some kind.
Yeah, she constantly questions it. In that's one thing you don't really get in the show is that sort of inner monologue with the characters where they sort of question their own decisions sometimes.
Yeah, it's like Daenerys with Dario. I felt like concerned for her well-being in terms of like she kind of took him. It was an attraction thing where she's having sex with him, and he's just a dangerous man who just killed two of his. You don't really know what his intentions are and stuff like that. So I was kind of always skeptical of it. But I don't know if it's. I don't know his character. Is he just trying to be badass, or is there something else going on there? Because I feel like the show's normally a bit more blatant with stuff, but I can't figure it out.
I like to think he's just your typical little vagabond, naughty guy. He's in it for the laugh.
Just a bit roguish.
He's on it for the. He's on it. I don't think he's just going to particularly like betray her by killing her or something, or like completely selling her out. But I feel like he's just going to leave one day, maybe sell himself off one day to somewhere else, or be like
sellsword.
Yeah, I mean he's a sellsword. I just don't. I think that he's in it for his own enjoyment, and then as soon as that stops, like if she leaves and goes to Westeros, he might be interested and go with her.
Yeah. So when times get hard for him, you think like.
Yeah, and he'll be looking. He'll be like, "Oh, my men need money. My men need payment. We've got to go." And then he goes.
I do think though Daenerys is support. I think she's well loved as in terms of leadership. Like we're not don't talk about Stannis anyway, but Stannis grinding his teeth and not getting any on with everyone, and everyone supports Renly. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting out. Right. Have we got anything else for the East?
For Marine
No.
that I can think of, just Jorah's little melding into character. He's sort of taking another storyline.
Where were you on the last book?
Halfway through it.
Right. I was just going to mention something else, but then I won't mention that.
I've been halfway through the last book.
I was going to mention something about the book that might be in the show, but we're going to talk about show anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You've got the last book, haven't you?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
I thought Jorah Mormont's fucking fight scene was cool.
I thought it was really cool as well.
I liked how they didn't make him too hard.
Yeah, it's exactly what I thought. Yeah,
They kind of said, you know, he's never been talked about. He didn't have like one good tournament.
Yeah, he had one good tournament, wooing the love of his life that left him eventually.
Yeah, and then betrayed, and he's like a shell of a man. Yeah.
I love him as a kind of
He's a cool character.
Do you know what it reminds me of a bit? and it's really weird. But you don't get a feeling of like stalker. Like, who is it? He's got no
Sting.
friends, no allies.
He's watching you.
Yeah. And all he does-
Not to bring up the book too much, but that like he's not so much in the show, but see, because Daenerys is 14 in the book, it's so creepy reading some of his thoughts and feelings, like because he's
but
like
everybody fancies her though across
that's
the whole.
true.
It's
That's
different.
true.
I
But
don't
the way he does it is a lot more forward and sort of like forceful rather than loving. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think he would definitely just at this stage he'd just give up his life for a heartbeat, and he's as loyal as John.
I think
If he-
I think that might be his fate as well. Like he's gonna, yeah. I feel like that's because of the grayscale sort of growing. He's already on death row anyway, so I think he's going to sacrifice himself for her.
Maybe
But-
he's going to be the next prophecy as well. He'll
Possible. I
fucking
think it's
die.
Dario, but
Going to die.
did you see? I mentioned this to Connell, by the way. It's hard to just keep doing the review. Like, is it all right to just keep doing predictions and stuff?
Yeah,
We're
I
not
keep.
gonna go
I
back- we're
keep.
not going to go back to the East, I don't think, that way.
Yeah, I keep wanting to predict anyway. So
Where we know he's got grayscale. Did you see where he grabs Daenerys when they're being attacked
I
by
know.
the
I was thinking that was a bit strange. They seem to focus on it.
That's such a really noticeable thing, and I was like, that's bare skin on bare skin.
Yeah.
It's just Yoda's has got grayscale. We don't know if Tyrion has it, which is
Yeah.
like two of them. And I can't believe they just grabbed it. Like, what, cover yourself up or something? It's contagious, isn't it?
I saw a lot of people saying Targaryens are immune to grayscale, which I thought was a random.
I
fact.
know. I was literally thinking that though, because she's got basically dragons. She's got like dragon skin anyway. She's immune to fire.
Yeah.
I don't think she's immune to fire.
She's immune to fire.
Martin says that there's no such thing as that.
She goes.
Asbestos. I know. The first he says it's like a one-off, and that she just got high heat resistance to fire or something like
What do you mean he can just say it's a one-off? That was a one-off. He fucking went into a fire pit and we a bunch of eggs and came out with some
but I'm
dragons.
saying like if her dragon was to breathe fire on her, she would die.
Yeah, because dragons have got hot fire and they like different fires.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I mean, she could just go and like go into and sit in a bonfire again.
I don't think she could.
She
If
did.
she needs more
She got her
dragons,
own
she might have to.
hair. Although they did in the show, her hair stayed, but in the TV show, all her hair in the book, her hair burnt off, didn't it? And she was
All
bald. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And Cersei was bald after the
Yeah.
Walker. Anyway, still on East. Anything else to say about East?
Let's move on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Dawn and get.
Let's just go quickly. What was your opinion overall of the East depiction this season? Just on the review side of it, did you think it was good, or was it just more filler until we get to the good stuff where a dragon kills a walker?
There's parts of it I liked. I liked Daenerys' getting a lot of people around her, building up the power. I like that she's failing as well at times and trying to learn. She's trying to make the best moral decision, but Martin's trying to. It's hard to always make the best decision as a ruler as a 14-year-old girl over thousands of people. So like that's what I empathise with her. But I liked aspects of it. I didn't like other aspects of it. I love the dragon scene. By the way, we haven't even mentioned the fact that a massive Calazar. I can't say it.
Yeah, at the end of the season.
Yeah, at the end, it surrounds her at the end of the season. Who couldn't do it? But yeah, I loved the fight scenes with the Sons of the Harp.
Do you think any of the Kalasar will remember it?
Yeah,
You think it's the same one? Because they split up into loads of different ones, didn't they?
it's Cal
yeah.
isn't it?
Your car or something?
It's specifically.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
it's the Cal that takes over when Drogo dies. Cal
No, they split up into a couple of them, though, didn't they? He said somewhere
Yeah,
with him,
the
somewhere
main-
with other, because they just follow whoever they think's hardest.
It's a main one, isn't it? It's
Follow strength.
and they're going to take her to Dosh Kaleen or something. Where
See, I thought they took her there in the first season because you see like the horse entrance with the two horses
City.
overlapping. But this
Forgot
one,
about it.
That's the city where they can't draw swords. Josh, that's a different.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh no! They go once a year. Yeah, it's all the same place, I think. But the rules. It mentions the rules that Khaleesi has to stay there for life after her husband dies or something like that.
The witches or whatever the other women, they all like
yes.
down.
Do it. So they're going to take her, put her there. She has to stay there.
Oh, I hope fucking not, 'cause he'll be here in there for fucking the whole of season 6. It'll be life lessons and introspective shit.
I don't think.
Let's just go on the prediction side of it for a second. That I think what's going to happen is she's going to be like at her lowest point with the Cal, like whipping. I saw in the trailer there was like whipping and all sorts, but and then they're going to see the dragon.
In the trailer, sorry.
Yeah, in the trailer, do you know when they're like walking with the herd, like the giant?
Yeah. Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, they're like whipping her along, but you also see shadow of a dragon moving along. So I think they're gonna like put her at her lowest point, and then the dragon's gonna come along, and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, maybe we should follow her."
I reckon the two buddy dragons might come because someone's going to release them from the city when they flee.
Tyrion's in the chambers in the trailer, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to release them.
I don't know how much they've like mentioned it in the show, but in the books, in his POVs, he's having these dragon dreams. He goes down in King's Landing to.
There's actually a line. There's a line in the
he's got a big affiliation with him, so I think them playing on that in the shows it would be really good.
Tyrion's going to ride a dragon. The smallest dragon, Tyrion will ride it.
Secret Targaryen. That's the rumor.
No, he's not. I think Jaime and Cersei are more likely to be tagged. I think when Tywin's sister or something says to Jaime, Tyrion is Tywin's son. He's the most like him. He knows cottontree manipulation.
Yeah, but what if he was actually fucking the Mad King's? Mad King raped Tyrion's wife, Tywin's wife.
Yeah.
This came out, killed the mother. That's a bit. Oh, look at that. That's in there, fun. And then bloody Tywin does hate him. he just thinks he's a shame on the family. So maybe for more reason than one.
Definitely a possibility.
That's a ridiculous theory.
No, that's definitely a possibility.
Well, there's three heads of the dragon. So what? Like who are Jon Snow's one head?
Not Jon Snow, Jon Targaryen. You mean?
Jon and Tyrion. Jon and Tyrion love each other. They were like, look how he is on wall. Well, they were earlier in the books, and they were saying, look what he's like on the wall.
I think it's your obvious ones. I think it's Jon, Dany, Tyrion. Three of the most likable main characters. Is that enough? Come on now. Stop killing off the bit. Like, how many of these like actual big rooting for people you're going to kill off? I think them three ride a dragon at some point.
I think
Arya or Bran's definitely in for a shout, but
I think like
Bran's going to warg a dragon. The thing is, they didn't really touch in the show about Arya's warging ability, which is kind of strange.
What?
Well, Martin, in an interview that I watched, said that all the Stark children can warg.
Yeah.
But it's just been shown in different, like, we know Bran, we see it all the time, and because he was doing it again and again and again, but all of them, there's little instances in there, but it's just
Sansa.
more pronounced. Sansa can, yeah.
Well, she used to do it all the time, didn't she? When her dog was alive, and then no more dreams for her. Arya always has dreams about her fucking crazy one that's
running with the pack.
Fucking gang of other wolves. It used to go back killing her, and then you just always see people like mention it. Ripped apart by wolves. Ripped apart by wolves. And it was always like her leading the charge. She's fucking brilliant. I love that.
Yeah, I really liked it. When there's bands of men being killed, and you're like, I mean, these are rumours of dialogue and stuff like that. Where are we on?
Should we? Right, I think we've covered Marine. So.
Dive and go to the east again, please.
I'll just do my kick prediction now.
No, come on. Right.
I haven't said anything on this.
West time.
No, we still got Bravos. We got Bravos.
Oh, no. I I think in terms of Kelsar, I think I don't think it's going to be a Dragons that save her. I think Dragons already done that. I think her armies are going to save her. You know, I think Dario and Joe are going to find her, and there might be a war between I kind of feel like it'd be a bit anticlimactic. She'll go there, try force her to do something. She gets saved, goes on her way, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much point in keeping her about there. I mean, you know, she's got no ties to the Dothraki anymore, so I can't see that happening. I think it's possible she comes to Westeros, but by the end of the season, maybe the last episode. But I'm not sure about that at all as well. Maybe it should be next season.
She'll fucking set off on the last episode. Fly, Drogon! Shit fly scene again.
But yeah,
I feel like she needs to get there now because the patience of some of the audience is just gonna wear thin. It's like another season of Dany talking about going to Westeros, sitting there looking at a sunny pyramid.
I find it kind of strange. I don't know if it's going to twist that because like all her fond memories are from a red door somewhere that she talks about.
Yeah.
Has she even ever been to Westeros? Like, what is?
No, I don't think she has.
All the time, like, or she thinks like I'm going to claim the throne, but why?
She questions that in the book though. Like when she's being introspective, she questions that. So like, can you imagine? She will have those sort of feelings. But I just like. They don't characterize the city at all. Like, they rarely go out into the city and do stuff.
On
Like,
the show, compared to the box,
no, on the show, not compared to the books. I'm just saying in the show, city hasn't been like characterized that much. There hasn't been like.
Do you think they do it in the books?
Yeah, but it's a book. Of course they do. It's fucking loads more in it. You can't. They can't really. You can't just do it. But like, she's always in a throne room, always, and then someone walks in. And then, like, she went out and cut that guy's head off, which was pretty cool. But those fucking people piss me off every time. What did they say?
Misha!
Misha! Mother! Like, they were going, no! Or there's, like, kind of like a, you know, like, oh, should we do it? No! Should we do it? Yeah! No! It was, like, weird. Yeah, like, in front of everyone. It's just the way you go, oh, they've got this whiny little voice, and like, it just, it was odd. Although I like the fight that erupted
between
the slaves and the royal family. Whatever it's called.
Just you with your lip balm.
Oh, he loves lip balm.
Oh man,
Christ.
I'm absolutely mad for it. Anyway,
West.
right,
West.
yeah. I said my piece on these.
Let's do what Dany should have done
North
season one and go
remembers?
west.
Pardon?
Sorry?
The North remembers? Start on the North, work our way down.
Let's
Sorry,
start in the north and work our way down.
Right then, Jon Snow was stabbed to death by his black brother companions, led by the wildling, sorry,
a little boy.
the little boy, Ollie, and Alistair Thorne, who takes the place of, you know, Donald Warren?
Donald.
Not
Donald.
Who's
Donald Lloyd the blacksmith.
Oh yeah, it's from the book though, not in the book.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, TV show.
Where was I?
Alistair Thorne, who was going to get sent. They were sending someone away to the tower. That's what Jon Snow was going to do.
Oh yeah.
To the black.
And they all
the
stab him anyway. It's not just Ollie's the main distraction or whatnot.
Why are they all so ignorant? Why don't they just get it? He's explained it clearly. These are fucking magic icemen who we can't kill.
The thing
we
is,
have to only burn, and they're bringing the undead zombies, right? Everybody who dies is now our enemy, and then these guys go, right, kill him. He's mental. Fuck off.
no, they don't even need that. They don't even need to be explained. Alistair Thorne had seen it with his own two eyes that they come back from the dead.
Exactly, they can only be killed by fire.
It's a classic it's a classic thing we see everywhere. Like they have the old rivalries, and they're always frustrated about it. It's the Night's Watch with the Wildlings, and they're the enemy. They're as much the enemy as the White Walkers and whatnot. And Jon Snow's the one guy.
The motivation for stabbing Jon Snow is like really mumbled in the show. I think like they didn't really explain it too well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the association with
Growing
wildlings.
discontent.
It's his,
That's what it was.
the association with wildlings is the main catalyst behind it. Only
Sort of.
his family get killed by wildlings, so you know, Eren. You can see his justification for wanting to.
I can understand his.
All his family get killed.
I can't understand why half the watch would sort of turn on Jon Snow just because a few wildlings are coming in.
Well, the watch of rape. That's a problem when you send rapers and villains and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but the thing is, as well, though, they have to have some grasp on the situation at hand that they're in, and also like the fucking guy they were fighting against. They don't know the history. We were looking at this. The guy they were fighting against, the leader of the
Night's King. This is really hard to.
The
like,
last time he was defeated, when he last rose up, last time he was defeated was by the wildlings.
Wasn't it 1,000 years ago?
The king beyond the wall, and the Night's Watch working together to defeat him. That was how they defeated him. That's how they did it 1,000 years ago. The last time it happened.
I think
teach him a little bit of history. Samuel Tarly.
I don't know if the Night's King. It's been billed as a Night's King, but I don't know if it's the same one as in Martin's. That's not been. It's the same mythical legend he talks about.
I don't know whether it's the same. You don't know where they go with the show, do you? Because he's just making his own thing.
Yeah, the variation.
Oh, cool! That was the fight. Fucking Jon Snow and that guy, and he fucking smashed him with his fucking.
And now it's been confirmed: Valyrian steel can also kill. Is it white?
Right, we all knew that though. I mean, fucking hell! I was hoping Jon Snow would realise that.
It was never actually confirmed in the books.
Did show watchers not know?
No, show watchers.
Show watchers, show watchers scam.
A few show watchers didn't actually realise that was Valyrian steel either. I saw.
To be fair to the show watchers though, it's hard for them to like just give them a little history lesson and whatnot. So I do think they have a hard time. You've got to do an hour. They've got to simplify everything. They've got 7 different regions, and they've got a lot to throw together. So the constraints that they have.
Everything's reconfirmed in the books as well. Like everything gets named a lot. They talk about it. They think about the stuff. So,
but that's the luxury of a book.
Yeah, that's the point. The show can't keep going. You show have to just introduce a lot of things and just say it in a sentence.
Yeah, it's why they've got to just kind of stare at the screen and say like, this means this.
That was
scale or something. You know what I mean?
Baelish's role in season 1 was just to explain every character that was on screen. Like, this is the Hound, and that's his brother, the Mountain.
Everybody was always introducing someone.
Yeah.
They're always like walking, talking, like
But you've got to think how many characters are actually in Martin's universe. It's astronomical. It's like you talk about the minor houses. You look at the Song of Ice and Fire database, and I'm looking at people. I don't know. I'm like, oh yeah, and there's that faint resemblance of someone that played a minor part, like name the Brave Companions.
Yeah,
it's hard. You kind of
fire sword.
That's why they merge. That's why they merge.
Lemon Cloak. He's my favorite. Lemon Cloak, I think. Is one.
Oh yeah, lemon cape.
Yeah. Sort of the flaming sword.
The Knight of Lemons.
Character Darian.
Oh,
Knight of Lemons.
Oh, and Tom O'Sevens, the archer.
Yeah, like, they were probably like Robin Hood.
Yeah,
Robin Hood
bunch.
That's what they were based on.
They really reminded me of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Band of merry men with a dark twist.
And they were
in
also,
a horrible world.
When they were like gentlemen as well. They like gave you a little trial on the spot and stuff, didn't they?
Or whatever. The trials were a bit unfair.
Yeah, I know, but that's what they were pointing them. The vagabonds were
getting a bit sidetracked.
We just went from the north to the Brave Companions.
Right, okay, so in the north, let's talk about the White Walkers and what they mean in the upcoming season. How do you think, is it time for a full-scale invasion? Is the rest of Westeros aware of the presence? Because the South don't even know of their existence, do they? Anyone in the South is like, White Walkers and dragons and giants.
That's That's what I kind of love about the different character perspectives. They're so clueless to the other person's perspective. Like there's no thinking outside the box.
Very strange. They kind of how much they just brush off these rumors again and again. It's like Westeros knew about Dany and the dragons. It's like, come on, all these reports of dragons again and again. They're like, dragons haven't been around for 300 years. Yeah, but there's like Varys and Littlefinger see all these reports coming in and like,
think about it. They don't have like. Think about the comparison between our connected world where you go through Twitter and you can see absolutely everything that happened today. A billion things, a million things you can go on every single news channel.
That's definitely a thing. But what I'm saying is like, I find it strange that they're not a bit doubtful. Like, because they live in such a horrible, violent world. I think that, you know what I mean? They would still be a bit, but they just kind of, I don't know.
You don't really see many Ravens getting sent off lately. That happened a lot in the other seasons. Everyone was always sending off a bird somewhere.
Dark wings.
Yeah, no one ever gets them anymore. Yeah, you don't even see like three-eyed crow since Brand's fucking.
Oh God, Brand, three-eyed crow. That's all enough, isn't it? Anyway, Glenn, what do you think about the White Walkers?
The White Walkers. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a full-scale invasion yet. For some reason, even though we got that like fantastic fight scene, I feel like that was just like a taste, and we'll not actually get an invasion until the end of next season.
Yeah, it's too far away, isn't it?
And I feel like if they were to invade now, there's no way that they could push about the different characters to end up at the wall quick enough. Like,
I think it's probably one of the most regions I'm clueless about with Jon. Have you seen the scene where the Davos is protecting Jon Snow's body?
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Right. Basically, it's just Davos and a few of his other.
Who else? It's a trailer.
They're basically pro Jon Snow against Jon Snow. Yeah, it's just a little snippet of trailer. He was on talk show or something. And Davos is protecting his body. He makes a little quirky comment like, "Oh, we're going to fight," and after that. And yes, and then there's going to be some kind of battle pop, basically. What?
He's doing that.
Davos, no fingers, trying to pick someone up and carry him out. I'll save you, Mr. Snow.
Does he still keep his fingers on?
Oh no, he lost him. He lost him at sea, and then someone sent him to Stannis.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're all agreed that they're not going to be launched in full scale. But what do you think?
Finally see them fight. It was good to finally see them fight and actually learn how they reanimate dead bodies.
Yes, I thought that was so. I thought me and him watched this hard on, by the way, and we just watched all of it and just went that cool. All of that was fucking epic. Apart from one thing, he didn't like the giant said "fuck you."
The giant, the fucking giant.
This is gonna last a while now.
Oh my lord! Oh my fucking good lord! It's right. I know they've got to cater to a lot of audiences, but what sort of fucking ancient beast with an ancient language that's been around for years say something that's fucking on Facebook? The fuck you looking at? The fuck you looking at is like, we're not. It's like something it's like something you just say to your mate. What the fuck you looking at? It's like a little joke that's online and stuff like that. Why is a fucking giant saying that? I get it. Oh, look, you wouldn't expect him to say that, but fucking hell, it's a serious program.
I forgot that even happened.
So they're not allowed to have comedy.
No, they just don't have to make the cool things comedy. Like fucking hell, they're showing rape one scene and then a fucking ancient cool giant fucking going, "The fuck you looking at?" What sort of audience are they trying to cater to here?
I thought it was a bit out of
very out of character.
Definitely not to the extent you did.
No, massively.
The giant itself was cool.
Next it'll be like, "Oh, what a fuck." Like that's the sort of that's what I mean. That's what he's like.
You notice it?
No.
I didn't even notice it.
I forgot that even happened until you just mentioned it.
Yeah, but
now that you've heard it, does that not essential rage?
It will make me look for it the next time I watch it, but
right, Glenn, you start. What do you think about Jon Snow? Do you think he gets reanimated? I don't know.
Well, that's the biggest question. I think it's definite that he gets reanimated. It's just
Definite.
definite.
By Mel.
Sorry.
By Mel.
Oh no, that's the thing. I don't know how he's going to come back to life. He's definitely going to be brought back to life, but I don't know
Red
how.
Lady will do it.
In what sense then do you think that is? Do you think he's got his full soul? He's got his full brain? Or?
Yeah, because they've set up the character of Jon Snow too much to just have him brought back as a mindless fighter.
Yeah, like people are saying reanimated him. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think it's the same. I think we got Brotherhood Without Banners because Beric Dondarrion.
Yeah.
I think we got all that to show that it's possible, rather than because if it had done it now and it started like this, just Jon Snow, that had been kind of like, oh, you can't just do that. We didn't even know that was part of the universe that we can imagine. So we've seen it happen before, and he comes back and he's got scars and whatnot, but it's still sound of mind.
A bit of yourself every time.
Sound of mind. I think Jon Snow is one of the most important characters. I think he's coming back as mindless.
You never know. Want to see him just come back. He might lose an aspect of the character because of it. You know, like how he said, you always lose a part of you. Well, he might lose an aspect of his character. He might maybe have less patience, or he might be a bit.
So, what do you think, Mel?
I think the Red Woman's going to bring him back to life. I mean, fucking hell, it's that religion.
Azor Ahai.
Is that what it's called?
Do you think he is Azor Ahai, the mythical legend we're talking about in the books? Who stabs his wife with a sword? One of the Lights champion reborn.
Oh, it's who? Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. Because Mel thinks it's. You know, she says to Sansa all the time, "You're the Lord of the Light." That's why she follows him. She thinks he's really truthful. But then she says, "Oops, it was Jon." That's a bit of a problem with prophecies.
Yeah,
my thing is, I don't think there is a prince, or
I don't believe in her religion.
You don't think there's a prince of?
Yeah, that's in a religion. I don't believe in her religion. I think it's like a magic sort of thing, rather than there's no God doing it. I think they purposely know how to do this themselves. I think there's a bigger picture. In an interview,
Martin said there's no deities of any kind. There's worship, there's magic. But
yeah, I think it's something of their own creation. Like there's some bigger picture going on with that religion, because these people all of them have the same skills. It's not like
he says I just tried it one day and then it worked. He wasn't even a believer.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of one of our first introductions to magic. But I agree with you actually, Connor. I think that it comes back, and I think that there's some part of it missing. Some things change in a big way. I don't know what it is specifically, but
yeah, he's into killing kids now. He's going to chop off Ollie's head.
Okay, I hope someone cuts off Ollie's
head. That would be amazing. He comes back to life and chops off Ollie's head.
I know there's no hatred there when else has it. You see the Magnar then kill his mum and dad, and I'm like, I can kind of understand why they don't like wildlings.
No, but it's more, for me, it's more like
yeah, but
he was just put in it for that to be really like, no, my parents died because of this, and then like, you could see it all turning, and it was a fucking kid involved with it. It's like, but then again, they do have to be old in that in that world. You've got to grow up pretty quick.
Green boys and whatnot.
Yeah. What about the fight scene then? Well, the battling was cool as shit.
Hardo.
Yeah, oh god. Like, I don't think they showed fire representation very well.
No, he just walked through it.
What?
Like, one of the whites just walked straight through fire.
Yeah. They're supposed to be high, like flammable.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, they're supposed to be
like in the building when he goes to fight Jon Snow. He just walks straight through like a fiery, like
a white or another.
A white or a
yeah. That's the thing. So does fire not affect the others then?
No, because they're cold as shit, mate.
No, the white
fire goes out when they come past it, but
the White Walkers, they can only kill by
you shoot the zombies with fire, and that's how they just catch straight up.
Yeah.
And they're just the corpses that they're not the.
They're similar to Max Brooks zombies, but they can run.
I thought that representation from book to show with the movement, I thought was really cool in the show, but it wasn't what I was expecting. The fact that they were like scrambling over the barricades and stuff. I remember a depiction in the book where there's kind of slowly there's a guy in there's a white, like slowly on a dead white horse and it's slowly
Yeah.
like, walking along. But they're really tough and they can take a lot of damage, but they're just going at this slow
It's
pace.
like in the book.
Yeah, a bit. They're definitely slower, but I thought it was cool. I didn't mind the changes. They're scrambling about like.
I think it's a better approach to take to make them more.
Yeah, it's just more entertaining for a
It's,
show.
yeah, it's the favorite. It's like the 28 Days Later. It's better for action. Whereas if you want more tense drama, and like they don't need any more tense drama in it. They don't have to fucking do
No,
that.
Jon Snow's not going to be holed up in a shopping centre like trying to defend
Fucking yeah, we'll have
zombies.
fucking 5 seasons of The Walking Dead when Jon Snow's out in the wilderness or something. Like Christ.
Could you imagine, right, if if Jon Snow just turns in to like a white or something, and that's it, and you see him come back and he gets a little cameo, and you're just like, no, damn it, who do you even root for now? Euron Greyjoy. But right, let's do predictions then. What do you think is going to happen in that region? Talked a lot about season 5.
Well, we had Jon Snow. He's back. That's definitely going to happen.
And what?
He was there for 6 weeks on set or something. I saw that annoyed me that people are fucking going and watching where he's going on set. 6 weeks is a long. Is that a long time to film?
Yeah, fairly long. Yeah.
No, you do
In
all
terms
your
of
things
10
condensed.
episodes.
No, but
Don't forget, like each scene would be
This is his part.
like a minute long. So like each of his scenes would be a minute long. If you're doing that over 6 weeks, you get quite a lot filmed. So
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? How do you think they fit into the rest of it?
that's kind of the problem they've sort of put themselves in. Do they have them go up against what I've seen a lot in the promo stuff is it seems to be they're building a wildling army to take on the Boltons.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna have the Battle of Winterfell led by Jon Snow, and he's gonna take back his homeland.
I think I've heard a lot of
Retreat
stuff
from the
about
wall.
D&D with Stannis. They might have diminished or killed off his character. I think he's probably dead. There's some theories like that. But they hated him from the very start. By the way, they hated his character. I mean, I know he's still got things.
Who hated him?
Winds of Winter producers.
They didn't like Stannis.
Yeah, they said they didn't like him.
Oh, Stannis. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they can't just fucking choose who from the.
They can.
yeah,
He's
the
not
producers.
main enough to. He's not. Yeah. So I think Jon Snow is basically because Jon Snow kind of is a hero. He's a classic hero, isn't he? I think he's going to do a lot. Basically, he's going to orchestrate the plan. He's going to be the leader, and he's going to fight the White Walkers and secure the North. And so I think he's going to be a major. Maybe in the books here, but I think it'd be different because Martin does it a bit differently, where everyone's a bit more spread out and stuff. But I think in the show, Jon Snow's just going to be kind of orchestrating everything. Do you think? I don't know. I don't know about the connect. I don't know what Nell's going to do now. She's going to be like a lost puppy without Stannis. But I think once she just join Jon Snow, does he?
Yeah, she's definitely going to follow Jon Snow. Suck up to him.
But, yeah. But it's weird for her. Because I think she's going to have some. There's going to be some kind of look at her character in terms of everything she's been so certain about everything, and Stannis is a Lord of the Light, and Stannis is a champion, and then suddenly she's just faltered. Everything she's bought of visions were untrue.
She does say, you can be wrong. You can only say what you see, and she's like, you can be wrong.
I know, but she does.
That's what. No, but that's. Well, I don't know. It's probably not, but that seems like foreshadowing.
Yeah, I know, but she directly got Stannis to do things of the interpretation of her vision. She did say that.
Stannis' Kingblood as well did work on the shadow.
Yeah, but it's magic.
Yes,
He's not real king.
Her prophecies seen into the future, like I'm saying, they're not reliable. That's what I'm trying to. Right. Go on. Come on. You say what?
If they're going towards the wall in the trailer, if they're going towards Winterfell, do you think they'll retreat from the wall for some reason?
Oh, you think they'll just leave the
on the other
wall?
side?
Well, I think. What do you think? Maybe they'll think they can defend the wall, but they haven't got enough men to go across the whole thing.
There's only 3 of 17 garrisons.
Exactly right.
Each watch and rate.
And if I'm right, these especially from what we saw at Hardhome, how many men they've just recruited.
Yeah.
They're going to swarm it. Maybe they'd say, well, the best hope is Winterfell. It's the fucking untakeable.
Yeah, I like that. Because especially because we saw Craster's Keep the numbers diminish, then Mormont gets stabbed, and we had the battle with the wildlings and all this. How many Black Brothers are even left? There can't be that many.
How many are going to do? How many are fucking splitting now? That half of them have just killed Jon Snow.
Exactly. I think. Yeah. Well, I've got questions for both of you. Do you think the wall comes down at any point?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a symbol.
Another little Easter egg in the trailer, apparently. My side's echoing a bit, by the way. Oh, it stopped. Yeah, the Night's King has a horn on his back.
The horn
to break the thing down, yeah.
Break the wall. So I don't know if that's just a coincidence.
The same horn of
Jorah. Is it that same horn when he blows it? It like, oh, this is book as well. When he blows it, it's the loudest, most horrible noise.
That's a dragon.
No one can deal with it. You blow that horn, and then the guy's lungs are like burning out, and he's like dies or something. Because is it a similar horn to that?
That's the dragon horn.
Is it a similar horn to that?
Well, the horn of I can't pronounce it.
Joramon.
Yeah, that one's supposed to be. There's reference to Mance Rayder having it, but I think that was a fake. So Night King could possibly have the real one. Yeah, definitely.
That'll be cool as shit.
So, what you both think the wall's going down this season?
It would be a good way to end the season, I think. The wall coming down, and then all shit, and you'd be just like, what's gonna happen? But
and then Daenerys on a dragon, fly.
They sort of have to rush it a bit now, because it depends how long people's attention spans are going to be in terms of waiting for the invasion.
Yeah. So go on, carry on.
Oh, so like, I feel like their major battle this season is going to be the Battle of Winterfell, and then just as you think Jon Snow's reclaimed his land, maybe reunited with Sansa because she's also in the north, then the wall might come down and all shit.
And then people unite, or
what, the Starks to battle the
a Stark will save a Stark will lead the we've got to
we've got to have the comeback at the Starks and the big
it looks like it, because Sansa's dressed in like Stark garb, so maybe she's sort of reclaiming her land again.
I know they haven't been introduced in the show, but you know the Swamp People?
Yeah.
I kind of hope that like Sansa goes there or something for a little bit.
Howland Reed. By the way, no, we're not going to get into that actually just yet. We'll talk about that.
Howland Reed.
Right. Let's wrap up the north. We've got one person to talk about Bran.
Yeah.
And Bloodraven. I'm sure you've got some stuff to say on that.
What, on Bloodraven?
Yeah, and Bran.
And Bran. Yeah, I think. Like, it's strange that you said, like, oh, people are going to forget Varys, but then they get rid of Bran for a whole season.
Yeah.
And then just bring him back with a shorter haircut. So I don't really know why that decision was made.
I haven't seen the trailer. I don't like to watch the trailer because I don't like to.
The trailer, the Night's King. We don't know if it's a vision or not, but the Night's King grabs Bran or something. That's what it looks like, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's definitely a vision.
It's the Night's King.
Do you think Bran will be seeing through the eyes of somebody in that situation?
I think it's a vision. I don't think because Bran's
The most interesting thing I think about Bran's visions this season is going to be the flashback with the Tower of Joy.
Oh my God, the Tower of Joy! We're going to see Jon Snow is Jon Targaryen.
Ned Stark in his prime, fighting against the Sword of the
Kingsguard.
I love the fact that Howland Reed was the fucking boss.
Yeah,
he fucking saved him. He says if he wasn't there, I'd be fucked.
It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned Howland Reed, because I think that's how they're going to introduce that character for maybe Sansa going there for refuge, because that would be a good, because the only way they've talked about Howland Reed is through Jojen and whatever the other Mira.
Yeah.
So they've got the Reeds are the connection between Greensea as well. That Jojen has his green Egypt ties.
So I think that would be a good way to introduce the character, sort of as him when he's younger, helping Ned, and that would get the audience on side to sort of.
Do you think Howland Reed comes into it this season?
I feel like he will. Yeah.
As well as the. You mean in terms of a vision or in terms of his actually?
No, I think they're going to introduce him through the vision, and then we'll actually meet him now.
In what respect will it? What part?
Yeah, because I think that's one of the things that sort of the Starks need to regain their power is that support from sort of the houses and minor houses around that area, and I feel like.
I think they're still loved. The Starks are still loved in the north. It's just the power state.
Yeah, I just don't think that they're not going to be a world player in politics after the battle with the Whites and stuff.
Right, back to Bran though. Back to Bran. You Bran Bloodraven predictions.
I just think he's going to learn. I think he's going to do lots of going into the trees and shit and like looking into the past and doing all this.
Maybe like Luke Skywalker and Yoda, isn't it? It's just
literally. Oh god, how you don't get to see the little people? You're not in the TV show.
Children of the Forest.
Yeah, there's no children in the forest.
There's that one that throws like a fireball.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That was season before, wasn't it?
Oh, that's why then season before.
Yeah, because Bran.
I was just thinking all last season, like I didn't see Bran, did you?
So Bran and Bloodraven prediction, I think. For next season, you'd have to go.
They're good, right? There's going to be some sort of crazy little force to fight the Whites. It's going to be like the Reeds, Children of the Forest. It's going to be like Daenerys. It could be the ultimate end of the show ever. The big battle.
End of this season.
Not this season, no. Just the end of the show. I'm hoping. I just want some really huge fucking Lord of the Rings style battle.
It's gonna happen.
Some battle between races of some kind, like Warhammer.
Yeah.
Just in terms of the end game, I feel like the best way to do it would be like finish the final season and then actually have a budget for a film to make those battle scenes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
yeah,
sort of like yeah, but yeah.
I think Bran Bloodraven. I think Bloodraven has got his own agenda. Definitely, he was known in his lifetime. I've just read about him. He was known in his lifetime as not a very nice guy, to put it lightly.
But
connections with magic, being able to see everything in the realm. I think he's used Bran from the start with the visions and everything like that, manipulated him because of Bran's ability to walk and whatnot, and his power in that sense. And I think them two are going to have some kind of
psychic battle.
Yeah. Psychic battle of some kind. I really don't know how he's going to be represented, but like, I don't know about this season. I don't think it'll come to light yet. I think he just teaches him a lot now, and he bit eventually, the apprentice surpasses the master sort of thing, and they have this battle of minds. I think Wargame Dragon's possibility, Ice Dragon. Ice Dragon, maybe. I don't know in what form. I'll talk to you about this in a bit. But it could be a reanimated white. It could be an actual Ice Dragon. It could be
the third dragon dying of Daenerys is coming back.
I don't even know what an Ice Dragon is, really. But it could be one of the actual dragons being transformed into an Ice Dragon. It could be, I don't know if King, what's his face, Night's King, I don't know if he raises him. By the way, I've got another question for both of you as well. Do you think that Children of the Forest and others are allies or enemies? And
allies you could make a point for allies by saying, look what humans are. Look, they don't like humans. We've kind of fucked them over a little bit. They despise us. Work together, come through. But Children of the Forest, I remember when they weren't bad or anything like that, were they? When they were alive, when magic was alive.
morality-wise, they were warring with people and stuff.
Yeah,
but
they went
it's
to
fighting
war.
over land. I don't think it was I don't think they
Yeah.
are good or bad in that sense.
Yeah.
I think. I
It was
don't.
more like the Aborigines, like the
Yeah. Like the race is going extinct. It's like you can't blame them for fighting it, but I think they were, part of the as guilty.
Whereas the whites, I mean, zombies, reanimated corpses, never team up with anybody because you just end up being a zombie if you team up with them. Yeah, I mean, fucking hell, all they need is you to die and then you're a zombie, and then eventually, when enough of your men have died and turned into them, and their men will outnumber yours, and then.
Right. I'll be quick on this, but I think I'm similar to you. I think the battle between ice and fire is. I think the White Walkers and Whites are the enemy, and it's them versus absolutely everyone. I think they're a substantial force. I think there's no morality at the end where they change like that. I think that it's a weather thing. We get colder, they come about every 1,000 years and whatnot. I don't think that we're going to see some kind of that they were mind controlled and they're actually all good and they just want to. I think their thing is to take up is world dominion, to take they're just etc. I don't think they're necessarily evil, but go on, Glenn.
That's my thing. Like that's probably why I prefer George R. R. Martin's stories to like Lord of the Rings or anything like that, because of there is no like evil versus good. So I would like I'm not 100% sure whether I think we're supposed to root against the others, but I don't necessarily think they're like all evil, all like.
Yeah, I don't think they're evil. I just think they're a kind of force. Like the
raiding force.
They're a kind of
they're supposed to be that
know because they're trying to get themselves and they come with the winter, and that's what it is. We hear the stories and fables about them. I think because the realm's been so war torn and whatnot, it's served as bad. So that there's such a formidable enemy. Maybe if everybody would have, can you imagine if everybody sent like 10,000 of the men from the noble houses to the wall?
Imagine if Robert Baratheon got killed by that ball.
Yeah, and then you're about the obsidian and whatnot. But I think because the realm's been so weakened, that's why there's such a big threat. And I think the wall of the descent there all leads to this horrible. When they come over, the wall is going to be such a massive descent because we know the north is just this massive landscape where. Go on.
How far do you think they're going to get down, or do you think they're going to be stopped at the wall?
I think Winterfell's going to be the last stand, or
I think Winterfell's
maybe the rivers,
the Riverlands.
The Riverlands, because they've got that impenetrable little bit that you just can't get. But there's
the
lots.
Area.
They have the area, because they've just got lots of little impenetrable fortresses, and I think it'll either in a season, like a future season, they'll either do it where they're just kind of coming in, taking over lands, and people are retreating and dying from it. But the winter has got to go across all of Westeros, so it's not really that scary if they can only get halfway down, is it?
Yeah.
Migrate. Like.
That's true.
They get to like I don't know they get to one of the settlements and get stopped immediately, and that's it. It's just the biggest anticlimax ever. That wouldn't surprise me, to be fair. We haven't really covered the Bolton that much, but I don't know if they need that much covering because the Boltons and
we will do them. Have you said any?
How long are we doing this for?
Oh, for how long?
It's a new region by region. Why you want to speed up?
I'm just asking how long we've been doing this for. I need a wee.
Yeah, go for a wee bit. Don't worry about that. Let's take it on.
What?
Are you asking how long have we, or how long are we?
How long have we?
We've been doing it for about an hour and 10 minutes.
How long is it going to be?
I don't know. We'll just speed it up.
I've got my dissertation tomorrow, bro.
I have.
I've got work at 8 o'clock as well, but
I'm not saying like let's just go flying over everything because we haven't really got too much left. But...
Right.
Talk about Dawn.
You say you're Dawn. You say Keith. I didn't hear what you said about Brad and Blood Raven. What do you think to that?
Oh, what I think's going to happen?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be mainly that sort of I'm not 100% sure about like Bloodraven's motivation, because from what I got like out of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, it sort of was a lot of hearsay about Bloodraven, but there was no actual evidence of him doing any misdoings.
Yeah, you think it's been misunderstood.
So it's kind of strange whether he'll be that tutor or he has got another agenda. So it's hard to predict that, like, his motivation for next season. But I think what we're mainly going to get, I feel like we're mainly going to get like flashbacks, sort of understanding Bran's powers a bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
We might even get a vision of him warging a dragon, like not him in particular, but like he might get a vision of him flying. And
you know, I think it's gonna happen. You know, you're never gonna walk again, but you're gonna fly.
Yeah.
I think that this season we get the build up and we get Bran warging a dragon for maybe 2 seconds, and then maybe he's like tormented or something because it was it's such a huge thing to warg.
Yeah.
But, you know, and then I think we see the training, and then we're gonna see build up. But I think that'll be towards the end because there's no point in spoiling that because then everyone knows. Yeah, but I think Connor's right. We can move on from that. So let's do Dawn because we can do this nice and quick. I thought it was. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to have a mini round there. I thought it was absolutely terrible. I'm all right with putting Bronn and Jaime in there. I thought the banter was great, but you know, Sir Aerys Oakennight's not a big character, and people get confused easily. And I didn't like Arianne Martell not being included. She's Doran Martell's daughter. If you're going to put the Sandsakes in there, and Illyria Sand, Oberyn's paramour, gets more of an important place than the Queenmaker. Don't think so. Did not like that at all. Thought the scenes were terrible. I expected Dawn to be exotic and spicy and sexy women. They had the sexy women, but
just a guy in a wheelchair looking at a beach, basically. That was it.
I thought when I book Sand Snakes, I thought, you badass fucking chicks, I'm gonna fuck you and then you kill me. Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. You're confusing me, but I love the book. I thought the little slap get. Oh, now you got the. Oh, I'm the prettiest woman in the world. I thought it was terrible. I hated everything. I thought big black guy Ariel Hotah was brilliant, exactly how I expected it. Badass as fuck. I want him to have a one-on-one with someone. I can't wait.
I kind of wish he had the white hair and the white beard, though. I kind of wish he had the white hair and the white beard.
Okay.
Who?
Ariel Hotah.
You wanted him to have a white hair and.
Yeah, in the book he has white hair and a white beard.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's like Dario has Dario's got like a purple beard and gold teeth and everything. Yeah, and he like changes the colour of his hair and shit. He's got crazy weird hair, and like in the show he's like classic rugged handsome guy, and he's like, for fuck's sake, Daenerys was supposed to have a little kinky spot for some little rough guy.
I thought he was a big guy, but
what do you mean rough? He's fucking like handsome as shit, like fucking.
But I was saying, I thought that Myrcella getting killed was interesting for Jaime's like character development. Her dying in front of him. They had that little heart to heart where she was like, "I knew you was my dad all along, and I just didn't say anything." I thought that was quite nice. Yeah. I thought that that's kind of good. Might be good in building up Jaime and Cersei and whatnot, and the fact that he actually did seem to care about her. Because I love Jaime's redemption arc. Basically, I love all of that. I think he's one of my favorite characters. That's what I liked about it. Bronn, I just love everything he ever does. Everything else is terrible. I'll let you two talk about it if you want.
Did you like Dorne at all?
I'm not that mad about it, but I just thought those three girls, like women, sorry. Well, that's the thing. They all look like really young, like they look like really young, like little girls playing slaps and stuff like that. And I thought of them being a bit more badass than that, like. But like they were trying. I mean, I know they're meant to be really good looking, like they're meant to be like seductive and stuff like that. But it's like they went too seductive with it.
Yeah, I thought like that's what Martin makes good women characters. They were badass. They were dangerous. They were taught by Oberyn. I thought this could.
Oh, let's just make a fucking really fit with her clothes off and then fucking.
Arianne Martell, did you care about her?
That should be in the next season, probably. They didn't go too far into Dawn anyway, really. Not
No, it's completely different story. Though.
Wait, who?
Dawn.
Yeah.
Ariane Martel, Dawn's daughter.
Yeah.
When she tried to make Marcella the queen.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Everything ever said.
What? What do I think? I'm asking you the question.
This is it for all
I said,
conversation.
do you mind about Ariane Martel's exclusion and the fact they changed the whole thing and she's not included?
All right, she's
gets
in
the
it, isn't she?
Quentin,
Some way?
You think she's going to be in the next one after? They had a whole season of Dawn. Now we're getting a Greyjoys and not Dawn, I think. I don't think Ariane Martel's
I don't
think
know that much.
I don't think she exists in the realm of the show.
Pardon?
I don't think she exists in the realm of the show. I don't think Dorn has a daughter in the show.
All right.
I wish I liked her. I thought, fucking hell, can't wait to see the sexy bitch while you're saying that.
I know exactly. She's like one of
We got enough sexy women. But...
Right. If one of the women had played her, it would have made sense because she was meant to be more attractive than them, wasn't she? She was she was meant to be the most beautiful of them all, but like the least lethal, and they were meant to be like. But the mother, she looked kind of cool. She always had like a grumpy face on, like
Illyria.
Yeah, Illyria, but like.
They sort of missed a good storyline as well with leaving out Ariane, because they could have had that sort of, instead of having the other Kingsguard, they could have had Jaime sort of attract towards her and her nature. I know.
Would have been good in the conflict with Jaime and Cersei, because
Yeah.
I thought they could have done a lot. I also thought that with all the stuff with feminism that gets brought up again and again and again, making a queen, Dawn's more progressive. They don't value gender over who rules. I thought they could have brought all that into it.
And I think it would explain better. Because I think they're eventually going to support Daenerys when she returns to Westeros. I know Dorne and the Targaryens haven't had a great history, but I feel like.
Well, they planned to marry, didn't they?
Was it Quentin? The plan to marry? Yeah.
And I think of the series as well. The series to Ariane, was it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I don't mean to be like, I don't mean to just spitball to nowhere, but by the end of it, I can see the kingdom splitting up. I can't see it being all ruled by one thing anymore. Nobody's.
Yeah, like the idea.
There's so much conflict, so many betrayals, so much like death in the land. I can literally see them doing a big fight, maybe for some big finale, and then like breaking up and like ruling themselves. They've got the king in the north, an idea of that. Like fucking Dawn has been going on for like 4 seasons. We didn't even get to see him. Like they can clearly go and do what they want, apparently.
It was a really poor introduction to like.
Why introduce him there as well? It's like,
yeah, I
feel like you can introduce him. Doran Martell, by the way, one of my favourite characters in the book.
I know.
I thought he was fine, but like I just wanted to see more of him. Basically.
Yeah.
Where was the gout? Where was the gout?
He had a really cool wheelchair too. It was like really nifty for that time period. He was like bobbing around in a.
He's in a wheelchair in the book anyway, but he's meant to have like he's all swollen from gout and everything. He's always in pain and stuff like that. Basically. In the book, in the show,
his wince is barely contained.
Yeah, he's doing his best to contain it every time, even going over little cracks in his wheelchair.
You see, everyone does it as well. What for sure?
Yeah, no, but like
it's kind of impossible not to.
What?
It's kind of impossible not to, but.
Do you want to move away from Dawn anyway?
Fuck Dawn. So our impressions.
Let's go to the Boltons and Ramsay Bolton and Roose Bolton.
Ramsay Bolton has been fucking evilly making his way to the top for so long. we've been forced to watch him be horrible to everybody and get away with it.
It was like the horrible things he did to Jane Poole in the book. I was like, this is disgusting. And then they swapped Jane Poole with Sansa, and I was like, fuck no! I want to see this grow into a player. Sansa, I love her so much. I want her to progress. I want her to learn. I don't want her to just get raped.
She's going to learn from it. She's not just being raped.
Yeah, but how much trauma does she need? We've had fucking 5 seasons of her just being.
She's gonna have even more when she has an abortion.
She's got the idea now. I think she's got the idea now. It should just be. I don't want to just end up as like really cynical in there. So Boltons have just defeated Stannis Baratheon's force. Brienne goes to finish Stannis. It doesn't show it explicitly, but the implication is that she lobs his.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. It was like the explanation that D&D gave was they didn't want to show, like, they'd shown enough brutality and character deaths, so they didn't want to show Stannis was at a low point, so they didn't want to kill him off brutally. But all it did was make people think that he's not dead. So
is that what? I didn't know about that.
That's the problem with all this fucking exactly what we're doing right now. It forces everybody to fucking come up with these crazy theories for everything, and then they show, like, in the book, they have to be really careful with what they do, or like people just go off on tangents. I know they enjoy like giving you a couple of them, but sometimes it like can get in the way of the plot when people want.
Yeah, but they don't have to pander to.
Look how much everyone's mad about Jon Snow and like, is he here? Is he not?
Yeah, but
like coming out and
I think they don't have to pander to anyone else though. Like.
No, they don't have to, but they literally do have to pander to the majority of the fan base.
Yeah. Martin doesn't know, he can do what the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
But so what do you think? What do you two both think could happen to the Boltons in next season?
I think they're going to be ultimately defeated. It's just like I don't really know what their like end game is going to be, other than being Jon Snow's.
Got an end game. By the way, I just gotta draw attention. You know, in the trailer, there's some of significance where I think the body it's like a split second, and like it's burnt bodies basically.
Yeah, in the cross.
Or something like that. I really don't know that much about it, but it's in the kind of northern area or something. And do you think you have any theory about what it might be? Or?
All I thought it was like it looked like it was before a battle, so he's sort of burning crosses. There was
bodies.
Yeah, their bodies on. Do you know on the burning cross? I think they're flayed men, but they're also burnt. So
are they flayed?
Yeah.
How many?
It was like 2 or 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it more?
That could give us some indication, but I don't really know that much. But I
just thought it was like a sort of scare tactic, basically. That's what I thought that he was trying to.
Yeah, and it's not past them as sadistic as they come, but I think that I think they were getting their downfall coming up very soon.
Yeah,
the horrific betrayal. There's nothing to like about them. You know, we've seen enough violence and death and sadism and whatnot. I think that somebody, I don't know who, is going to take them out.
Do you think Ramsay's going to kill Roose?
No. I think Roose is more intelligent than Ramsay and whatnot. And I think Roose will put up a better fight, whatever it is. Ramsay's kind of just brutal without any.
I can imagine
I don't think Roose.
Like, I can imagine a scene where Ramsay betrayed Roose or something like that. Because like, Roose kind of just does say to him like, now he's getting a child, isn't he, on the way? Now he's got a child on the way. Ramsay will probably kill the child. Roose will just be like, what have you done? Because he'll figure it out straight away. And then there'll be some sort of betrayal. And that's how they'll lose Winterfell. It won't be that big a fight, and that way all the men won't be dead or something, then they can fight off the north.
The only reason that I don't think Ramsay killed Roose is I think Roose is a bit more intelligent than him. Plus, Roose when he gives that speech, I remember he's aware of what's going on. He knows how sadistic he is. I think Roose knows Ramsay inside and out.
Yeah.
Roose is brutal himself. What did he rape the Miller's wife or something?
Yeah.
Something horrible like that. Yeah. I think Roose is just a bit more quiet and conservative about it than Ramsay. I don't think that Ramsay killed Roose. I think if anything, it'd be the other way around.
He's really good at dangling the carrot in front of him. He can manipulate Ramsay because Ramsay just wants.
Yeah, that's.
He wants position that he's just craving for it from his father. He's like got this little. He's just like daddy. Like he's so much like that, and like Roose will just be like, "Yes, I'm making you a Bolton," and now like fucking gets a son on the way instantly. You know he's got his own son now, and he's happy.
By the way, there's a theory. I'm not going to talk about that much, but that Roos is a skin changing immortal.
I know. I've
The
seen,
evidence is that he never eats or drinks.
yeah.
I actually think that's quite viable because I saw a lot of evidence in it. I've never seen him eat or drink, his mannerisms, everything like that. But it's a bit crackpot. What do you think of possibility of Ramsey killing Roos? Glenn?
Sorry.
What do you think of the possibility of Ramsey killing Roos this season?
I think that would be the like standard way to do it would be the sort of stab in the back. But like you said, Roos is sort of 3 steps ahead of most people. That he's not like uber intelligent, but he still knows his surroundings and knows how to survive in that like world. So I think it'd be more the fact that Ramsey would kill Roos's son, and then Roos would sort of throw him to the dogs basically, and sort of sacrifice him in maybe a battle or when Winterfell gets taken over. So
what if those 3 crosses, Roos, Ramsey, baby mum,
I think it might be some kind of combination.
flay them, burn them,
Who's
sacrifice
flaying?
them to the fire god? We'll do it because they're the flayers and you need to make an
Reflay
example.
the flayers.
You got to make an example. Fucking Jon Snow is coming back with a bit of
Jon Snow's gonna flay people.
He's coming back with his soul missing.
that's the bit that he lost. He lost his humanity.
No, I don't mean that. Just right.
That'd be brutal.
By the way, as well, what did you think of Littlefinger's alliance with Roose Bolton?
It was sort of weird. I don't like.
I thought it came out of nowhere, and then suddenly he's at King's Landing with Cersei, and it's like
He was giving the Boltons too much power for him to benefit. Like there was no benefit for him really.
yeah, I thought that, and I also thought that the guy with the second best spy network in the world, how does he not know about Ramsey, or does he just? I felt like he cared about something
weird. Like I thought they sort of were portraying it that he was pretending, but then when you watch it again, it's him actually not knowing anything about Ramsey, and it's like, yeah, that doesn't make sense at all for his character. He's supposed to
I think Littlefinger as well, just on him, I think he's starting to make very bold moves, putting his eggs in every single basket. And I think, well, sure, Littlefinger's always kind of like insulting people and I don't know, really open and stuff like that, which is the opposite of the books, but he's the most changed character. But I think his downfall been sped up in a way in the shows, definitely. Like, obviously, he's that Machiavellian character, and he's obviously gonna have a downfall at some point. But I think he's a bit more subtle and something. But I think he's just kind of like a bull in a china shop in the show.
Yeah, I think that's the big moment of this season is going to be Jon Snow heading to Winterfell to try and take it over, and then the Bolton's ultimate demise with like self-destruction, basically. So, yeah, I think that's their fate, basically.
Right, do you want to move on then? Because
yeah.
Wrap it up.
Should we go to King's Landing? Bit of Cersei. Bit of Cersei going a bit crazy.
I love that little meme. Sure. When everyone, when they do, do you know when someone puts like, don't even watch Game of Thrones, someone just posts that going, shame. Brilliant.
So the thing is, because I haven't read half of the last book, I avoid everything to do with Game of Thrones that's on the internet because I just don't want any spoilers from the last half, and I have successfully avoided most of them, except from anything that's been revealed in the TV show so far. That might not even happen though, so that's the thing. So, but you guys know, but I've avoided everything, and it also means that I avoid all like I just don't read anything. The only thing I read about was the fucking thing the other day with you in the library. So I find like I can't go too deep into a lot of the characters.
Cersei, who wants to start with Cersei? So the fucking bad. I'll start with it. So Cersei has had a walk of shame. I thought that was really, really good in the show. Loved it. what was it? I thought it was horrible but good. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to say it's pretty for a and she's got saggy breasts, and they see her. She's like immortalised as this queen, and then suddenly she's just this comment. She looks like she got my mother's tits. But I don't know where I've got a reference from that says that. She's gonna have a trial by combat, and so is Marjorie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cersei's champions Gregor. Sir Gregor
fucking
Clegane. Sir
beast.
Robert Strong.
Oh,
And
strong.
Glad Clegane Ball. Is it gonna happen?
Do you think the show is actually going to go there?
Yes. The Faith,
Think
the Hound, the Gravedigger, everything fits. I think it's a wood theory that I'm completely behind. The fit, the Gravedigger, where
Who's
is
the
it?
Gravedigger?
The Hound.
it's like a really brief chapter in Brienne's.
Yeah. Do you know
story.
the pious priest that goes travelling and he sees a Gravedigger that's hanging at a remote place? It's to do with his faith. He's noticeable for being a massive man.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
only.
Yeah, so it's going to be him versus his brother.
Yeah,
Both beasts from the dead.
both priests. and there's when I read Arthur's exploits, I can't remember what it's called, Sir Arthur and Lancelot and the Knightly Tales and stuff. There's a few references to brothers battling each other and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think Martin will definitely be aware of that.
I bet Marjorie's trial will be first. Loras will come out, fight the guy, and then we'll be like, oh my lord. And then Cersei will come
Loras
out.
is injured in the show as well.
So then she'll choose him though, won't she? She'll definitely choose him.
Is Loras injured in the show as well?
They didn't do that. I don't think because in the book they send him off, don't they?
To take Dragonstone.
Yeah. In the book I think he's just arrested for being homosexual. I mean, in the show, sorry.
Cersei sends him off on a walk because she knows he'll get killed, and if he didn't get the glory, and give her Dragonstone.
But I think she'll call Loras. Loras will do the fighting, and then fucking Cersei will call out the Hound's brother. Whatever it's called. And then it'll be fucking beast versus beast. Because he was fucking raised from the dead by that.
So we can have two trial by combats, like back to back.
They've both got to have, yeah. I don't know about back to back, but
But Marjorie's is it not going to go to court? She's innocent of all.
I think they found her guilty, did they not? I can't remember really, but
What?
I don't know. She has sex with all the maids and stuff. She's got the kinky in the book.
Marjorie?
Yeah.
No, that's all lies.
Is it all lies?
That's Cersei just fabricates all that because she hates Marjorie and she wanted to be
to be fair, Connell, I thought it was true as well. I thought that was they had like evidence of that, but like
really. What? No,
I'm sure someone stuck a finger up her and had a test, but maybe she gets freed from all charges, doesn't she?
Oh yeah. There's a thing about her virginity, but
she repents.
Cersei says that she shags every single guy in the court.
I forgot. Qyburn tortures one of her maids, doesn't he? To like, Qyburn tortures one of her maids, I think.
Yeah, she does. But it's all false allegations.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
And I think even if it isn't, like, in the trailer as well, Jaime and the Faith are squaring up, aren't they?
Yeah, with Tyrell guards backing him up, apparently. Which is a bit strange.
Maybe they just...
The decadent capital is going to get some fucking the nun treatment.
What did you all think of the Faith militant stepping up and capturing people and stuff?
Well, they should have introduced them a little bit earlier, just hinted at them, because in the books you got a lot of like hints about this militant faith movement that was traveling across the country in wake of this war.
Small.
I feel like a little. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. It's good the way they've done it still, but I feel like just a season earlier, just start talking about them a little bit, or hinting, bring them in.
The Hound and Arya bumping into them on the road or something. Like
just hints that they've been there and like they've done stuff and like he just suddenly came being
High
like
Sparrow.
the High Sparrow just came from nowhere and he was like a guy we'd never seen before. He could have at one point in maybe like season 3 or 4 just been in the road at one point helping someone, being like, but unless he hasn't, I just didn't notice. And he was like going, bless you, and then gives someone this, and it says, the gods will judge you, or something like that as they go, and then you're like, it could be like a foreshadowing movement. So like, I just thought he just kind of appeared, and then he's suddenly got, there's a million of these crazy religious freaks. Where do they all come from?
I think probably a lot of them aren't as like pious and religious. It's just that the homelands have been raped and pillaged, and seeing the women get raped, and the small folk are getting the worst of the brunt of all the wars and whatnot. Yeah, it's definitely social commentary on that.
The Fifth Million also like guaranteeing them food as well, so it's like more reason to
guaranteeing food.
The peasants of like King's Landing. Soup kitchen shit and that, so it's like it's more fanatic
for the most part. But the piety kind of pisses me off. It's like I really want to back them, and then just
wild theory.
Wild
theory that's absolutely got no connection to reality, as far as I can see. The Iron Bank is funding the Sparrows.
I love it.
I was just thinking to myself, the Iron Bank is going to do something soon.
that would
It's not that. But we're just Iron Bank, like, what are they even doing? There's just this mystery thing where everybody owes them money. How powerful are they? Can they hire cell phones?
Sherlock Holmes brothers fucking run.
By the way, you heard this theory first here. Go on.
What, the Iron Bank?
Explain what?
Explain the theory.
What theory? Which one?
You've just explained the theory.
Oh, the Iron Bank funding the Sparrows. Well, there's a lot of Sparrows. Well, how are they earning the money and giving all this food to people? Where are they getting it all from? The lands were wrecked and torn apart. They've got to be getting it from somewhere. So, Iron Bank rolls them. That's how the Iron Bank affects things, isn't it? They just pay people. They know how to do it. Pay people off. That's the best way they're going to get the money back.
Can you imagine the banking elite and the working class team up for the first time?
No, because they're not the working class. It's organised religion. The church. Look at what it turned into. This monstrosity. Well, I think there's some element behind them, because fucking hell, like, how are they paying for it all? They're just feeding everybody from the war-ravaged land that's now turning into winter.
But the small folk are the people who make the food.
Yeah, but the lands have been pillaged and destroyed by all the war. It's been like people have been starving and all this.
They have the reserves in there.
It's winter now.
Yeah,
shit's coming.
I agree
I've just formed this idea now, so
I'm on board with it. It makes more sense.
I love it.
It makes more sense in some of them, and plus it would that they would want to fund an army to take down the Lannisters who haven't paid their debts, even though they always say they will. They've been borrowing money from the Iron Bank for years.
I won't go into that, actually, it's too random.
What?
Yeah, let's get a good track. I was going to talk about something else, but it's just too... Let's talk about the names.
Mace Tyrell went to the Iron Bank to talk to him as a show of, oh, look, it's Mace Tyrell, he's come to talk to you, try and get more money off him, didn't he? And he was like trying to charm him, and then Finger was following him. Arya.
When Arya kills the pedophile.
Yeah.
Too old.
Too old.
Let's talk about
Trump. What a lad. Jokes. That was disgusting. That was horrible. But I honestly was like, that'll surely that's old enough. Please.
I think even
when he said too old for the last one, I was like, come on.
Even the book is
that's at least young enough.
Well, they say even, but the book is so much more. I prefer suggestion of ideas like that sometimes. Like if you were saying, suggest that.
They did put some. Yeah.
They're like, I understand why people don't like watching the rape scenes and stuff like that. I think, sure, they've got to show it sometime. They can't just say it because it's happened.
I've just thought to do
some things I think work in suggestion a bit better. Like Sansa maybe didn't have to be overtly like raped, because that could have been done by suggestion.
Yeah.
Like
you could have cut away to a scene where Sansa's like not talking or something, and Ramsay's sort of talking about it in riddles, about what he's done. I think that would have been like more effective, rather than they are very blatant with their like violence and abuse, which is strange.
Glenn, predictions: Marjorie, Tyrell, single combat. Who are the combatants?
Who are the combatants? Okay.
Yeah. And Cersei, both.
Well, in the show, Loras is still capable, but Loras has also got a trial of his own. So I don't.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, what homosexuality? All of a sudden, what was that about?
Well, they don't like.
There's no mention of the kind of taboo of that. I thought that was like, oh, with the blonde-haired Littlefinger's man.
Yeah, but I don't really know the ins and outs of trials by combat, but maybe he can fight for himself and for Marjorie. I'm not sure. They're going to have a tournament at this stage, like just a tournament by combat. It could be a trial.
I completely forgot about Loras. Actually, that's just. I've been reading the book. Go on.
In Night of the Seven Kingdoms, there's a trial by 7, which is 7v7 on horseback. So maybe
that's fucking cool.
That might be the way to go. Like Loras, Robert Strong, whoever else, Jamie might be involved. And then you can have, like, versus like the Faith Militant. So you can have Lancel. Who's the other one? The Hound, and then you'd have to make up the other 3. I can't think of any other Faith Militant that could fight, but yeah, that might be a way that they could do it, because everyone's going on about this, like Hound versus Robert Strong, but I think because it's so at this stage predictable, they might go for
predictable. You've got to imagine these theories and stuff, even though they're like prominent on the internet.
No, that is the main theory. Like
different variations. Like,
yeah,
I think for them to just do one of them would be just a kind of like wink and a thumbs up. Like. So I don't think. By the way, I don't think Marjorie. I don't think the Tyrells are going to let Marjorie have a trial by combat.
Do you think they're just? Do you think
they're still really powerful? They have 100. I don't know about.
The rich.
I feel like they're just going to.
They've got a lot more power than Faith Militant. I don't think they'll let it go to that. I think Cersei, on the other hand, is a different story. I think it's Robert Strong versus the Hound. I think Marjorie down. But yeah, I forgot about Loras, so I don't know.
I feel like I'd like to see that trial by 7, but I feel like it'd be a bit hard to actually do it on screen. So I don't really know how they do that. But do you think the Tyrells will just basically leave the Lannisters for dead then? But like they'll find a way to get out of it, and then they'll just leave the capital.
Well, they supply the food to the capital. They supply the food. They're very vital to the well-being of the capital, especially now that.
As well, they have a big drain now because they're one of the main funders, and they're providing for a lot of other people as well. Their resources are going to be drained as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're overtaking the power. They're the Lannisters in terms of power. And in the book, Mace Tyrell's overstepping his station and stuff according to the Lannisters, and he keeps wanting titles and lands, and he's demanding everything like that. Which I was just reading the end of that. But in the books, I'm getting a bit confused now because of the
mate. The book and the show.
I've been doing all book stuff
intertwined. He'd be doing his dissertation on Game of Thrones.
And I prefer the books. I think I will, but.
There's so much more. That's the thing. Love it.
But I think sure. King's Landing. I think the power of King's Landing is waning dramatically. I don't think that's where the power is anymore because
it's a chair now. It's not. It doesn't mean anything. Like especially with
Tommen. Tywin's dead, so they're not as powerful. Like Tommen's just a little boy, etc., etc. Maybe Tommen's spared. The Lannisters are not going down yet, but they're declining. Cersei's on a mad one. She's mad a bitch. She's going to try and burn down King's Landing or something. Jaime.
That's why she's the Targaryen.
Jaime's just going to be doing everything. It's just going to like, well, yeah, that's true. Jamie's white cloak, but I think he's doing loads of things for Lannisters as well because I think he's gonna eventually have a dispute with Cersei of some kind. They're breaking down as a character. He's gonna leave her for dead, maybe go sort out the Riverlands, or maybe not. I don't know. With Ed Tully and what he's doing in the books, I think that's what he does. But I think he gets away from Cersei. And that we've had quite a lot of that. I think like get him away. He's forging out his own destiny. He's negotiating with other people like we see in the books. I think that'd be a good way for him to go. And I think Lancer fading, I think Trail fading, and let's see else go.
The capital has gone from decadence under our good friend Robert Baratheon. He lived. He just fucking enjoyed himself.
Can I just put this out there right now?
Oh.
Robert Baratheon is my least favourite character in the whole thing now. Carry on, sorry.
Just out there, just over and right. So under Robert, there were King of Decadence, like they were based off Henry something, I don't know, and also Henry VIII. And then now they've gone through this period of strife, and now they're being humbled a lot. So like. And I think now they're going to hit rock bottom, the capital.
The nobles.
Yeah, all like everybody of the capital, basically. Everybody who's just around this area is kind of experiencing this. The effect of the nobility affects everybody, really. But now they've kind of hit this humbling time. They're at war with they're at an uneasy peace with like the fake militant at the moment because they're slowly taking over. They've got a lot to kind of do, but I feel like there's just going to be some purging still. There's people to purge from the capital, and then the Tyrells aren't going to stay in the capital. I think they'll end up leaving.
Oh, they've got the Greyjoys to contend with. Something I forgot. Yeah, I agree with that. I think they go west. I think they've got to protect their own.
What's left now? What's left? Tommen, Tommen and Marjorie.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything happens to Marjorie.
Their cities. What's the city called?
Highgarden.
Is under pressure from the Greyjoys sailing down. They need red wines, Pax Red Wines, I think they're
going to leave. They're going to leave, and that's how the fake militant. Well, fake militant could take over. I mean, that's not take over as in take over. Fake militant could like oust a lot of people from the city at the moment because nobody's got anything that can stop it. The kingdom's in disarray. And the people like the movement. The people like them. It's a bit weird. It needs. I think the capital needs some new characters to go there to revitalise it a little bit. A bit more story on it.
Yeah. It does seem like it seems like Cersei's stage that things landed at the moment.
Yeah,
like, very Cersei orientated. So it'd be interesting to see like a different juxtaposition in power with the High Sparrow sort of taking over and using his faith militant to control the city. But I sort of agree with Tom as well about Cersei is just going to burn it to the ground because she'd rather see it in ashes before she sees like the faith militant and the Tyrells take over.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I think King's Landing is just going to be a burning mess by the end of the season.
I think Tommen will choose
Marjorie. Yeah, I think that's been built up.
He could even retreat as with the Tyrells and maybe even try and make Highgarden a capital
and an alliance and whatnot. And the Lannisters, the Lannisters are sick of Cersei trying to.
I think that would be the end of Cersei because that would be like everyone has Jaime's deserted her, Tommen's deserted her, her other two children are dead, so she's basically all on her own.
I honestly feel like in some way they're not going to kill her.
No, I think she'll just be like a crumbling mess. Like it's like a fate worse than death. She's just like a lunatic by the end.
I think there's going to be some sort of redemption thing because.
Yeah, I think she dies. I think she gets executed. Maybe I think she goes out with one last hurrah, like she's Aries. I think she's a Mad King Aries that actually does it.
I would actually
I
get.
think she burns down.
It'd be a cool way for her to go out to drink like wildfire.
There's some,
Is Wildfire still there?
that's what I'm
the
thinking.
basement?
I'm not sure.
Because that's been in the basement. They didn't use that much.
Yeah,
thingy.
I think Wildfire. I think Cersei. I think she did. I think with the Marcella died in the show as well.
Someone's got to snap in it. Marcella's dead. Tommen's gonna die.
I think she's already.
I think they're gonna kill all the kids, all the bastard kids.
Well, that's the prophecy, isn't it?
She'll go.
I think
Absolutely.
Tommen. Mind you, he's not a legitimate. He's not a legitimate king either. So with the Tyrells, they would want to make him the king with Margaret the Queen, but it's not legitimate. And then small war, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Who else? Is there anyone else in King's Landing to talk about before?
Well, there's Jamie, but I feel like he's gonna be sent away to the Riverlands.
Yeah.
Because there's images of him. I think Bron's there with him as well, and I think Brienne and Pod end up in the Riverlands as well. So they might even do that storyline with the phrase.
Pod and Brienne went right. Yeah. Anything explain Jamie before me?
And Jamie, yeah, lad. I love Jamie.
You don't mind about his rape then, like that feminist article.
Right. He's part of a different world. I don't think you can put our views on that world very easily. Like it is rape, I guess. But I mean,
It was more common.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was weird. It was weird the way they put it in there, like in such a in-your-face way. Was it in the book in that way?
It's different. No, they made it more explicitly rape in the show. It was more consensual.
It was a strange choice. I thought, like for that scene. But that was like last season.
I think that's got to be a symbol of something. Like the fact that they did it in front of us. It's got to be like the ultimate sign of like
their kind of fornication, kind of.
Yeah, they've just got no good.
Yeah, I think it was as much as Jamie's on the redemption. I think it might be one of the only survivors.
Jamie will die because someone's going to try and fight him at some point.
I think he'll die honourably.
Yeah, someone's got to try and fight him at some point.
Yeah, it's past easy actually.
And like I've been wishing that he'd learn how to fight for so long, and he's not doing it. So I can completely see him being.
Right, regions. Next one.
What have we got left? Do you want to talk about the Greyjoys at all, or?
I'd like to talk about Greyjoys. Yeah, of course you have to talk about Greyjoys. Their introduction's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we'll get a quick introduction. I think we're straight in with the what do we call it? Kingsmoot, Queensmoot.
Kingsmoot, yeah.
Think
that's their first scene.
Asha, Yara does a little speech, gets the pebbles out, or blah blah blah. Year on the charismatic cunt comes out.
If nobody blows a fucking epic horn, I'll be mad.
Yeah, and I think Euron wins it convincingly. You know the Ironborn, they're ridiculous. No matter how many times they lose the wars, they just want to go. They're like pirates, aren't they? Just want to pillage. They're the consummate underdogs that are always. There's no way they're going to have any success. The Dragon's Horn, I think it's a fake. I don't think it means anything. And yeah, I think that I'm trying to. I don't know how they're going to be significant. Is what I'm wondering. Like in a major way, is what I'm wondering. What do you think?
Well, it sort of makes you question why they've left them out for so long, because that sort of tells you that they weren't. But then now they're including them in the story, so it's like in the book they have a more clear role in the books, but I don't really know what Euron's role is going to be in the show. Is he going to go see Daenerys? I don't think he's going to get there, is he?
He sends Victorian.
Yes, but they've sort of melded that character into one. So
is that what they've done for the?
Yeah. Like he's sort of got the traits of both. So because there is as far as I know, there is a Victarion.
Left out. Sorry. Completely. Victarion's been left out as if he didn't exist.
As far as I know, yeah. According to like the cast listing and like the IMDb and all that, that's
I find him to like leave out Dante, maybe leave out someone. I find that merging him is just strange. Like,
well, the main
what he fucks his own wife, betrays him. I don't know. Their conflict is one of the most interesting,
the most fascinating thing about characters. Yeah, that's the reason they're interesting characters is because of that conflict. And you could have like
Victarion's this big burly, one of the hardest man going, and his brother fucks his wife and he's like drowns her or whatever. It doesn't do. It's supposed to be a man. But go on.
The Vikings, they're based on Vikings, aren't they? So
yeah,
like, I can't see him doing much more than just being raid. I can't see. It'd be weird for him to just suddenly make them a massive house, the most powerful or anything, because they're not that good on land. They don't know how to fight on land in big battles. They're really bad.
The Kraken. I think they're ridiculous.
Oh no, but the Drowned God's pretty cool. They fucking that guy with all the seaweed on him.
Ridiculous in terms of like, terms of that. Like, I think they're cool, like as a house, but in terms of like, they're always just trying to go to war with everyone.
Yeah.
Bell Greyjoy. Someone says like, yeah, that was a pointless war or something like that. It's like they just think that the kings of the run right. And the thing about the Greyjoys is everyone's a master of his own shit, and they've got that. They've got the wildling mentality. That's what they remind me of, where they all think that they're leaders. They all think that they've got no kind of sophistication.
Was it Balon's death where he was on the bridge one night and then disappears and he's suddenly dashed on the rocks in a storm?
Yeah. Oh, we never even saw it. So is that going to come in at the start? I'll get an interest in that.
I feel like that's going to be mentioned. Yeah.
What happened? He kicked Theon out. Basically, well, he sent Theon off with Asher, and then did we see him after that?
We sent Theon off to do a not important role.
Yeah. And then Theon, but have we seen him since then?
Seen who?
Balon.
No, we haven't.
And have they actually killed him in the book, in this show? Sorry.
No, they haven't mentioned it. But it happened ages ago. So that's what maybe they'll just cut to it being dead, right? Kingsmoot. That's happening.
I feel like they won't even do that. I feel like they'll just mention it in the Kingsmoot. Like they'll just say Balon's dead.
I could imagine him actually.
He's dead by never die or whatever their little saying is.
Yeah.
I could imagine him doing like, do you know the very first bit of the episode of the season 1 would be like him on the bridge or something, then fall and then disappearing or something like that, because they've got to be introduced at the very beginning of this like series. They can't wait halfway through since they've been so.
Yeah. They're definitely
just spring them in now. Get them in. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah. But what are they going to do?
They're going to back somebody up. Who are they going to back up? Because as a singular house, they just all they've ever wanted to be is just king of their own little island. That's all they
want to conquer. That's all their thing is. It's all fair in conquer and plunder. Yeah. Who are they going to attack? Yeah. Oh, they're attacking the thingies in the books, aren't they? Paxter Redwine or something, and raiding along them.
What the Lannister area or?
Yeah, down the west.
Yeah.
Because the Greyjoy are there. They're also the battle in the Northland as well.
Yeah, they don't know what way to go, but yeah, because they sort of realize that both settlements are unoccupied pretty much because the Lannisters are pretty much wiped out at this stage, and so are the Starks. So they're sort of just in both sides.
Let's talk about Theon and Sansa as well. Well, might as well.
Reek it round his wig.
I love it when it was a shell. By the way, the guy that I watched, I don't mention this. Just Theon got anally raped. Is that mentioned? I missed that by someone.
What?
Does Theon get anally raped?
I can't remember it happening. But
I say that in the discussion that I watched. That's why I thought I missed it out. We talked about Theon getting anally raped, and I was like, what?
I think you just suggest is this
Yeah,
about the book?
suggestion.
Everything gets suggested happens to him. All manner of shit goes.
It's
They always
horrible,
talk
isn't it?
about you're losing them. You're losing.
Ramsey, cruises. Yeah, where are they going to end up then? They just jumped off the.
Yeah, I think they're gonna end up picking up the pieces of the battle pretty much. I think they run into Brienne again. I think because she's still in the north.
Oh, I hope so because I love Brienne.
She might escort Sansa to the Blackfish, who's still alive somewhere out there, and
he's hiding, isn't it?
Yeah, he's hiding.
So these,
but yeah, they
might characters.
They might seek refuge either in the Tully lands my theory on Sansa's character this season is they're going to meld her with Lady Stoneheart. So I think she's going to head to the Tully lands and the Riverland, and seek revenge because the Freys are in the trailer, and I feel like there's no way they're going to bring them back just to gloat again. They're going to bring them back to kill them off. So I think with the help of Brienne and she's going to get like a band of like different, and they're going to take over the Freys. Sorry,
I'll save the day in the end because the show they're always going to give Pod amazingly good things to do because
so he'll save.
He's great in bed. He fucking saves Tyrion. He's fucking
great in bed.
Also,
is just getting.
Another thing on Sansa, she is apparently pregnant from the rape, so we're gonna get an abortion, I think, this season, which is
and
one more.
I hate the idea of having a child. I think she has to grow a lot more like Ramsay's child.
What makes a pregnant definitely?
I don't know.
Is that the book or is that just guessing?
Why did you say that?
No. There's like promo images and stuff where she's looking like she's pregnant, and apparently it's Ramsay's son. So yeah, so
I think a different thing happened to Sansa. I think she meets up with the books. I think she's got a lot to learn about the Game of Thrones, and there's only one man that can teach her. Littlefinger. She goes to the Vale because I don't see her meeting up with Jon or anything like that. Or maybe I think Lady Stoneheart does get introduced, but not in Sansa's form. I think she's got definitely a different role. I think she learns a lot of things from Littlefinger. He's teaching her all about the Vale. He's teaching her how to manipulate people. Maybe they might go somewhere else and manipulate some other people. But she's going to learn and learn and learn and learn and progress and learn how to get vengeance on Ramsay or everyone that's still wrong with Cersei or whatnot. I don't know how far she'll be able to exact that revenge, but I think she's learning how to be a player with a Game of Thrones. Brienne
will be with her.
Pardon?
Do you think Theon will be with her along the way, or do you think Baelish?
Theon will make it up with Yara and the other little.
Okay, so he's going to be reunited with the Greyjoys then.
Yeah, or if Stannis is still alive in the form, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what Theon can offer. He's saved it now.
He's getting his mind back in the book as well. Actually, so he's kind of he's slow. I think they've done a punishment and redemption thing with him. He's paid his due.
Yeah.
Well, then, so that's why they made it so horrifically bad for him by never killing him. He's paid his due. He's going to come back, and then he's probably going to help Sansa in some way. I can't see him just abandoning her.
I don't think he'll abandon her. I just think they'll go separate ways. I think Littlefinger and then Sansa's going to be pissed off at Littlefinger and be like, "Why the fuck did you give me to Ramsay Bolton, you bastard?" And
she'll betray Littlefinger. Ultimate betrayal. Learned everything from you.
This end of this season, or maybe I don't know. I just don't know. I think maybe actually, if I went by the books, then I'd say that definitely not. Littlefinger's still got a lot to do. He's got a year to turn around the Vale or whatnot. But I think in the shows, he's just I don't even know what he's doing with Cersei and Bruce and. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It just seems to be so. Like his whole character is working in the shadows, but he's just committing to all these alliances that don't really make sense.
He can teleport as well.
Yeah, so
He teleports all around the country.
So they fucking ruined his character now. I'm joking. And Brienne and Pod. I'm sorry, I've always not liked Brienne as a character.
Shut up.
I think she's a bit one-dimensional.
No way. Back off.
She's Sansa learns from it, but Brienne never seems to learn of the cruelty of the world. Sansa just sees cruelty again and again and again. She's going to build and start to be a player in a piece. I think Brienne just kind of, as loyal and as stubborn and as honest she is, I don't know. I don't see her playing a big part.
Brienne doesn't know the cruelty of the world. Bullshit.
Brienne, she does now. But
she did when she was a child and everyone picked on her and laughed at her. And fucking, she had to have Thingy come and hold her hand and say,
I've got a quote
don't
for
ignore
this.
those things.
Brienne
has a fucking face bitten off like Biter.
Yeah,
Biter rips her face off. She knows the cruelty of the world.
She does now, but she didn't when she was first introduced.
That's because she kind of had this. She kind of had these knightly ideas about things.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
All the knightly characters get fucking taught about what the real Westeros is about.
Yeah. The chivalry. That's what I mean. But I think she kind of like.
Oh, how the tales are brilliant, said Sansa before she got raped. Brienne.
I think Brienne's one of these people where like bad shit keeps happening here, but most people are good knights. It's just the odd one and whatnot.
No, Brienne has just got good. Brienne has got what's it called? She's got honor. She's doing what she's doing what she promises to people because she is.
She's one of the probably the truest knight in the whole thing, but it doesn't say the fact that she's naive. And I mean, what's she even done? Oh, I'm going to swear an oath to the Stark Guild. Well, you're not even part of them. Sansa rejected you. She knew you was a bit of an idiot. Piss off at the end.
What you mean? So the one person who can see people for the good inside them, and you're saying piss off, and you fucking love Littlefinger. You like the clever ones. You like the devious ones.
I do. In our world, I like the nice ones. In this world,
she's a classic. You can. It's a different character. She's a classic knight. She's a brilliant knight as well.
I don't even think Tywin Lannister's immoral. I just think of the world. He does what he has to do in that world.
No, she's such a brilliant guy. Not only is she knights are historically handsome, they're historically men, they're historically like.
It subverts all them things.
But the thing is, the knights were never supposed to be super intelligent. It was more about bravery. And Brienne is braver than she is intelligent. She's got allegiances. She's a classic knight character, and she's cool for it. I like it.
It's an opinion, though. Honestly.
I know, but like, there's so many different characters. You can't just all be Littlefinger or fucking the most confusing show in the world. Everyone's fucking duping each other every 2 seconds.
Yeah, but there's a difference. You can still be a knight and still be like the Hound is a perfect example of someone who understands what the world is without. All the horrors that he's had in his life, the face in the fire.
Cynicism.
And what does he make?
It looks after.
Let me speak. Jesus Christ. he understands the world.
I'm going to bed, guys.
He's just been shooting me down, going no. No, but the Hound and Brienne. The Hound is someone that's like understands the brutality of the world, whereas Brienne never seems to learn. She's getting a face bit off. Like, I understand she's noble, and I like her for a noble. By the way, it's the chapters as well more than I don't dislike her. I find the chapters boring. It's just kind of filler when she's kind of roaming through these lands and on this pointless quest where she didn't. Sansa's in the fucking
right. That was like Sir Gawain and the Green Knight for me, though. It was like a classic medieval tale. That's what I liked about it.
I didn't like it, and she's got around, and she's just going, have you seen a maid? A maid of 12 with auburn hair, and I was like, oh, hey, Brienne. Yeah, you're not going to find her like that, you idiot.
Oh, she was on a knight's quest, though, and she was just going up to everyone as if it was a classic knight's quest, and everyone is just in the real world.
There are true knights.
She's on a brilliant little knight's quest, and it was great. It was like,
strong arms and sharp steel rule this world. Don't believe anyone that tells you any different. Go on, give me your Brienne quote.
Do you not think it makes her a strong character because she doesn't bend her integrity? Like,
No, I'm not saying that I dislike her character. I'm saying that, like, her chapters I don't like in a book, and I don't like her things in the show because she's on. If she was in more interesting scenarios, then I'd like it a lot more. Is what I'm saying.
I feel like because of the actresses becoming more popular in the show, I feel like they are going to give her more.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Storylines.
I want to see a bit of character kind of development in that way, where she has to make a bit of an ambiguous moral choice, and then that's it. Because not everything's clear cut. Protect the weak, blah blah blah. Sometimes it's contradictory.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway,
it would actually be interesting to see her alongside Baelish, with that sort of support to.
We've already seen him meet up with Baelish.
No, but I mean, like, do you know the way you said that Baelish is going to help Sansa play the game and sort of help her out in terms of gaining her lands back? It'd be interesting to see Baelish utilize Brienne for either protection or not that Baelish needs it, but that Brienne would want to help out Sansa, and you could get some cool scenes with them sort of interacting with one another more often.
I wouldn't have been mad if Lady Stoneheart makes an appearance. We've all been waiting for it, and then
I don't think it's gonna happen.
And then Brienne gets fucked over.
I don't think
sorry you died.
I don't think Lady Stoneheart is happening in the show. That's why
I do like Daenerys, Mel. I even like Cersei.
Call her Mel. I only hear as the Red Woman. He's so confused. I'm like, Mel. That's just Mel.
I don't want to say the red woman of Melisandre.
Yeah, you was called Mel. Like, Mel from the shop. Mel from
Just got Mel on my computer. I used to. Mel. She seems less fearsome with Mel.
Mel, yeah, she just sounds like just like you fucking.
Who else have we got? Arya. We haven't got much left now, anyway.
No, yeah. It's Arya's probably the only one we've got left, really. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but I can't really.
Arya was pretty much as I imagined it.
I thought all her stuff was brilliant. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I thought it was cool.
It was pretty well. It was pretty well adapted. I thought.
Yeah, they stuck to. I think that's because they just stuck to the book a lot with that, though.
Yeah,
that just stuck to the book exactly. It wasn't. They didn't change too much. You weren't. No one like book readers won't have felt contested with anything. Like, because the problem is you do sometimes without meaning to just get set against whatever's different, and it's hard not to. But it's good when the show like recognize something that they can do in a shorter. When you do it in a shorter version, but well. Like, because the problem is they can't do everything, but they managed to condense her training very quick, like, to do it well. She was going around, she was doing all the clam stuff. Anyone want clams? I'm good. I'll have some clams.
Why do you remember the weirdest part? I do remember like killing Meryn Trant. Just anyone want clams?
I was just walking around. Anyone want clams? And then she follows Tyrell, and like she's watching him, and he's all fat and with his curly mustache and stuff. I'm like, what do you want to do more guys?
Do you think she'll get her first contract this season, like her first assassination? And if so, who do you think it's gonna be?
She had one. She had the fucking clown guy, and she didn't do it.
No, I know, but like an actual main character, because
she's blind, isn't she?
Well, she owes something to the gods. She owes a life, so she's got to do something first before that. And she's blind, so I don't think she'll do a major. I don't think she'll leave until the end of the season because she's still very young and she's still got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
She's still Arya Stark, and they know it. They're not stupid. She thinks like the guy fucking knows everything. Every time she ever lies to him, she knows. Yeah, so she like they're trying to like. I really like the way they do it. You know, the whole "Who are you?" and she doesn't get the game, and like
slap her. It's brutal.
And like, because it's all about lying to each other, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and she just doesn't get it. She's trying to play. And she's like, "I am."
I agree with you. I don't have much more to say. You asked about, do you think I think she'll get her first assassination? Yes, definitely get her first assassination. I think it'll be someone important just because of show, like
In Westeros or in Essos?
not in Westeros, no, still in Essos. But I think her end game, end of the season, she leaves the Faceless Men, takes everything that she's learned to be an assassin, and fulfills her own needs. A list of reuniting with her family. Like you said, she's a Stark. She's a Stark. She's not. She can't be no one. Their thing is like, you just get a contract, you kill someone you don't care about, and that's that. That's not her. That's not going to be a character arc. Definitely not.
Sansa's a Tully.
She's
Arya's a Stark.
Yeah. She's Lyanna.
she's basically using that training just to be a better killer for later.
And she's badass as fucking well. And she's a brilliant character. And I fucking love Arya as well.
I feel like she'll follow that religion now.
I don't. I feel like if
I
she
don't
made
think
her a full faceless person, because obviously she's a woman, not a man. But if she just turned into like this mindless assassin that just does contract kill, I know it's not contract kills, but that sort of
It's the same.
life,
Yeah.
it sort of defeats the point of her character. I think.
No,
Whereas
but I think,
she's
I know
on
what you
she's
mean.
on a revenge tale.
yeah, I know what you mean, but I think when I say, I mean, she'll still lead. I think she'll commit an act in the name of the god out of respect for what she's doing. She's meant to be taking on many forms now. She's just
Right,
keeping
yeah.
hold of Arya. She's meant to be many people. She's a person of many faces. She's meant to live many lives, have many lies, be able to do all this. So she's still Arya. She's still this thing. And I think when she kills, she'll kill in the name of the faceless gods. But
Does
maybe-
anyone know how it really works with the they've got all the faces and stuff. It seems like quite an intricate, complex, and powerful kind of guild. That's not really.
I think it's more symbolism than anything. I don't think you meant to know. I think.
What?
I think it's just symbolism, like
What?
the way they
The
change the
faces?
faces and stuff. Because I just don't think they're going to explain that.
Do you know in the trailer where he's got all the faces?
Hmm.
That's
I
symbolism.
haven't seen the trailer,
Uh,
but I do know, like, because they can just change the faces to anything, like the hands. But the thing is,
yeah,
they're just
it's
not going to
magic.
explain it.
Is it like magic? Is it illusion? I think. By the way, I think her end game is that she steals the faces, uses them, the Westerosi ones. She shuts some old Jon Snow and uses them to exact a vengeance. But that'll all come next season. She'll come back on the ship end of this season maybe. And before that, I don't think she'll have a big part because she had a big part last season.
Samuel Tarly, where is he going on his boat? Where did he go to?
Town.
Old Town.
Where's Old Town in relation to
It's Meister's Guild, isn't it?
who was it? Oh no, I'm thinking. Who was it? Who were the Night's Watch who were in?
Yeah, they
Who was
went
she
out
there?
there first. Like that, they went to Bravo or something.
She was there and she saw something. It was Samuel Tarly was there, wasn't she? They
Yeah.
did a little thing.
Oh, yeah,
They saw
yeah,
each other.
yeah.
So I'm hoping they meet up because Samuel Tarly will be like, I know John, and then they'll team up and they'll be a cool little
Oh
fire
yeah.
team. The coward, the fat coward, and the little lethal fucking weapon that you just set loose.
I think Sam's gonna be a fat mage that fucking knows magic. Yeah, because I think like Samuel Tarly is George R.R. Martin, like
Yeah.
the most similar to. But go on. What do you think about Arya? Glenn?
Yeah, I think it's basically going to be her completion of her training. She's going to eventually regain her vision, and then I think they will give her an assassination contract, as you said, on like a certain character will come into Bravos. And the thing is, I don't know how important that character is going to be. I'm trying to think of what character they could kill off that would further her story as well as sort of complete another person's story, but I don't really, because they couldn't do a main character, but they
I
have to
think
do
it
an
could
important
be
character.
someone on the list again,
Who would
and then
to
she
go
has
to
to kill
Bravos?
someone else instead of the person on the list. She gets conflicted
Yeah,
because she's got her own list. She don't want to do that.
I think she will. I think she will this time follow the rules, so to speak.
Yeah.
in terms of completing her contract, and then after that, she sort of fulfilled that role of a faceless person, and then she'll move on to Westeros near the end of the season, and we'll sort of that's where her story will end this season, I think. Because
Who's going to go to Bravos to get killed by her?
that's what I'm thinking.
Who has any need to go there at the moment? Unless Iron Bank, who's got dealings with the Iron Bank. Stannis had dealings with the Iron Bank. They've lost out on that paycheck. Then the Lannisters, they owe the thing. Casterly Rock's fucked. They're a crumbling house. They're about to fucking
I
cave
don't
in
think so
themselves.
that major, but someone on the list, someone like one of the Brave Companions, the tortured. What are they doing in the show? The Brave Companions.
last time we saw them was like season 3, and they sold Gendry to Melisandre.
Oh, sorry. Brave Companions. No, the ones that chopped off Jamie's hand.
Oh, sorry, yeah. They disbanded, didn't they? Because what was it? Locke.
Sir Gregor.
He went to the wall, didn't he?
Yeah,
He was trying to kill Jon Snow, and
So
then
maybe one of them is that's still on the list. I don't know.
yeah, I can't remember any of them that were like significant. If you know what I mean, like they had that main guy who went to the wall, but that was about it. So I don't know. I was just thinking, could Davos go back to the Iron Bank and try and fund an army for that? And then because he represented Stannis, he would then be the Iron Bank would pay the faceless men to assassinate Davos, and then that could be like a cool, like good character killing another good character, and it would sort of conflict Arya's motivations. But that's just like a long shot. But
anyone left? Anyone wants to mention?
not like I'm trying to think. We've covered Tyrion, we've covered Daenerys, we've covered Cersei, we've covered Jaime.
Sam in Old Town. Nah, any opinions on Sam in Old Town? I think he goes, meets his father, drops off Gilly because she's got his kid, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So
After that.
it'll be terribly unprofessional of me. I'm going to go to bed before we get into another one because we'll be going for a while. I'm knackered.
All right.
I'll let you two wrap it up because
All right.
in the show.
I don't even have much to say on this anyway.
Bye, Glenn.
Night.
Bye, 5 people that might watch this. We watched the first 20 minutes and then turn it off. See ya.
It's a long one anyway. Yeah, I think Sam goes drops off Gilly and then goes on, starts learning to these chain, but it's like that looks gonna last so long anyway. So I don't really know what part he has to play, what big part. Just it seemed like a slow process when so much is going on.
Yeah, no, it'll be more of like a filler sort of in between. I think it'll be interesting to see Randall Tarley. I think.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting to see that badass.
It'll be a good build for Sam's character as well. So that'll be interesting to see.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Stands up to him maybe because his dad's not going to like him being a master.
He's grown since he's gone to the wall. So yeah, that could be like a. They like giving Sam these hero moments. So that could be another one where he sort of stands up and makes himself a man that Randall thought he would never be. So that
I don't think he stands up to his dad yet.
No.
I think he might meet him for a bit or something, and then go on, or he never meets him. And Gilly, he stands up to him for Gilly. And I think Sam's mum, who always loved him, is gonna say like, fuck you, Randall. We're gonna look after this girl. This is gonna be our grandson or granddaughter or whatever. And so that little intimate moment probably see that. But as a mice, yeah, that I can do. Anything else? Any other characters that we missed out?
I'm sure we have missed out someone, but at the moment I can't think we've covered the main characters anyway, like Jon Snow. We've covered King's Landing, Dorne, the North. We've gone into a few predictions.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think it went well the first one anyway.
yeah. Obviously, like the other reviews episodes won't be as long as this because we went into like everything from season 5. So
Yeah, well, we'll just be doing it episode by episode and just talk about what actually happened in the episode.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously, we don't have to do predictions every single time because maybe, actually, to be honest, once we see the first episode, loads of stuff's going to throw us off. We're not going to go on. And everything we just said now, we're going to change our opinion on anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
But I've got a lot more time next week anyway. So.
All right. Yeah.
But,
No worries.
All right. Night, mate.
See you later,
Bye.
and see you next week. Bye.
Bye.